Hey there, guys. What's going on? What's up, Satellite Sun? What's up, Manic? Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. I am doing splendid. Absolutely splendid. Here with my customary drink of choice. My only drink of choice, really. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Had a lovely, lovely day. No, not really busy. Not really. My kids are on summer vacation from both of their schools right now. So I actually slept really late this morning. My wife wanted to and unfortunately couldn't, so. But I awoke to the tantalizing aroma of pancakes. That was lovely. And then did some chores around here, and then while my girls were at cheerleading, I drove up into the city to pick up a bunch of One Piece cards because there is a new set out and I'm very excited about it. And this set, we actually ended up getting 2 booster boxes of this one. We were much more reasonable. Sup, you nerd? What's up, Zem? The previous booster sets, we only got 1 box each, but we pre-ordered this 3rd set so far ahead of time that the prices were really reasonable, and we thought, well, might as well get an extra one in case we wanted to resell it. So we ended up with 2. I posted some pictures in Discord of the one we opened one this afternoon, and then I drove and picked up the other one. And we're probably gonna open that one too. The prices for sets hasn't actually changed that much. And the whole opening process is just really, really fun. So, maybe we'll get to that tomorrow, or maybe not. My kids are going to a birthday party tomorrow. As a reminder, you need to check to see if 1070 has dropped yet. Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna catch up on the One Piece anime tomorrow, because next week, August. Wait, no, not next week, is it? August 6th. So yeah, not next week. In 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks is the big one. The big one. One Piece fans know. Not One Piece fans don't care. So I won't trouble you with that. But yeah, I'm super excited. I am really, really excited. Hello, I learned that cooking grits can be surprisingly dangerous. What's up, Arcane? What's up, PM Collector Boy? They don't call them grits for nothing. Because you gotta grit and bear your way through the whole process, don't you? I grew up in the South, but I'm not a grits guy. I've never really seen the appeal. Good evening, Boot Blacking. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're all here. Glad we can share this magic moment. Yeah, I didn't really have time to play anything today. I really want to play more Ziggurat 2. Whoa! Arby Winkle, thank you so much for subscribing for 25 months. Dang. Crushing this sub like a... Oh my god, that's inspired. I love that. Peel Grits is adding good butter. Oh, maybe the ones I had were not particularly buttery. Maybe. This game I desperately wish was more fun. Oh, we're gonna talk about that, Boot Blacking, because as much as I like this game, I like to complain about this game too. And I've never finished it. I'm very curious. I am very curious how long my patience is gonna last with this one. Because even as a kid, I didn't have the patience to finish it. So it's entirely possible that, yeah, I punch out of this one much, much faster. You need the patience of a saint to get through it, but we'll talk about all that. We will get to all of that in due time. If y'all want to talk shop about cards and card games, tonight would be the night. Because in fact, I'm gonna go grab the box of cards I got and talk about them a bit. Some pretty neat stuff. Here, it's this is the set. It's called Pillars of Strength. Really cool. My cards, let me show you them. Yes. Let me sing of you the cards of my people. So I mentioned this in Discord. This is actually pretty cool, and I really like. As soon as I saw it, I wanted to make a deck out of it. Where'd she go? She's here somewhere. There's our girl. All right, I'm gonna embiggen myself for a second here and drive off everybody who, all 3 actual fans of King Arthur's World who are out here to see this tonight. So this is Nami. Oh god, that card sleeve makes her really, really shiny. The card is not actually this shiny. She's in a card sleeve. All right, you definitely can't read the description. But this is a leader card. Your leader card kind of defines how you're gonna play the deck. This one adds a new win condition. When your deck is reduced to 0, you win the game. And she has a personal ability. When she deals damage to your opponent's life, you lose 1 card from your deck. Leader card like a Planeswalker. See, I don't know how Planeswalkers work exactly. Perfectly cromulent scene change. Thank you, Boo Blacking. I appreciate that. Your leader is like a special character. They have... here, let me just... This is gonna be kind of silly, but... Okay, I'm not sure... Yeah, kind of like a commander card. So, oh god, I'm so bad at showing things on screen. So the leader card has a power value. Nami's power is 5,000. Mary also has a power value, 3,000. Mary, in the other corner, has a deploy cost. He costs 1 to put out. Down here, Nami has a life value of 5. Only leaders have those. It defines how many life cards you have. Because in One Piece, your life is like a side deck. However many life points your leader has, you take that many cards out of your deck and you make a side deck, your life deck. And nominally, the only thing that interacts with your life deck is if your leader takes damage, you draw one of your life cards. And when you are in a position where you must draw a life card and cannot, you win the game. That's the most common that's the most common win condition. When you force your opponent to draw a life card when they're out of life cards. There is a deck archetype that interacts directly with life cards, but I haven't messed with it yet because we just got it. It's the most recent one. So yeah, your leader, you can use them to attack like a normal character, but skills and stuff, your event cards tend to target either characters or leaders. It's a bit rare to target to be able to target both. Because if you have an event card that does direct damage to a character, you don't really want that working on the leader. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is like a new sort of win condition for the game, basically decking yourself. And to facilitate that, this set adds a bunch of blue cards that, let me see if I can find one actually. They tend to be shiny, so might be easy to find. All right, well this is one at least that synergizes with it. This is one of the guys that works at Sanji's restaurant, Patty, if you can see him. Camera, you really could just kind of focus if you want. There you go. There's Patty. But you can see in the description, if you have 20 or less cards in your deck, you can return a character with a cost of 3 or less to the owner's hand. So when you put him out, if you've been effectively decking yourself, when you deploy him, he can knock one of your opponent's characters back. It's always blue. Yeah, they, for whatever reason, Bandai totally adopted the blue archetype from Magic for One Piece. It's totally the fuck with your opponent archetype. Let me see if I can find, come on, I know they're in here somewhere. Okay, yeah, here we go, Belmir. Belmir has one of the key abilities for this deck. Alright, deck myself is mostly just blinding pain and incomprehensible sounds. So yeah, here, focus, come on. There we go. So this is Belmir. She's an important character in Nami's backstory. When this character attack deals damage to your opponent, you may trash 7 cards from the top of your deck. And when she dies, you can trash an additional 3. So this is one of the main engines for decking yourself. I was always a fan of blue-black decks. It's funny you mentioned that because this game also has blue and black, and I'm trying to remember if there's a leader. The way the colors work in this game, there's 6 colors: red, green, blue, purple, black, and yellow. And your leader determines your deck color. So like Ace here is red. There's actually a little thingy down here in the corner, a little hexagon with color pieces that tells you what color you can use in your deck. But there are hybrid leaders. Like there's a Luffy that's red-green, and there's like Luffy's grandpa as a leader is like red-black, because red is kind of like the good pirate archetype and black is the navy. So yeah, you can't go completely nuts. I don't think there's any tricolor leaders yet. But you can basically merge 2 colors, and usually hybrid leaders have some specific call out with that in mind. Something that particularly synergizes between those 2 colors. Actually, I'm trying to remember. We might have is there a black-yellow leader? Because that'd be interesting. The different archetypes, like red is like rush. Green is defensive. Blue is fuck with your opponent. Purple lets you interact directly with your resources, which are called Dong cards. You get additional ones every turn until you get a maximum of 10, and you use them to pay for stuff. But purple lets you put them back in your deck permanently, or pull out additional ones. There's a lot more interaction, like it's much more fluid in a purple deck. Black is really weird. I haven't played with black yet, but black lets you interface with card costs to cause effects. Like there's a bunch of black cards that they can like instantly destroy, like cost 0 characters, of which there are like none. There's like 1 or 2, but there are other black effects that reduce character costs. So you trigger those, you reduce a character on the table down to cost 0, and then you can destroy them with the other effect. And then yellow is the newest one, and yellow interfaces directly with your life cards. It actually, like, some of them allow you to mill life cards, Some of them allow you to spend life cards for effects. I think a few of them might actually let you replace life cards, which is pretty neat. So anyway, that's that. I certainly don't want to bore you with with tales of the One Piece card game, but yeah, I'm pretty excited with this new set. There's a bunch of new stuff to play with, and like definitely some new play styles. Like there's this new purple leader guy, Iceberg. He can't attack. He just kind of sits there, but he guarantees that you can put out other characters every turn, which I feel like could be pretty big. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Garp being red-black is interesting. Marines are black cards, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the basic breakdown is like red is like the Straw Hats and their allies, the good guys. Green is worst generation, like the other sometimes good, sometimes bad pirates. Blue is the seven warlords, so like the government sanctioned pirates. Purple is the Kaido pirates, one of the major like endgame pirate factions that they're actually fighting right now in the anime. Black is the Navy, and then yellow is the Big Mom pirates, the other kind of endgame pirate faction. So, which makes a lot of sense with the whole life interaction thing and her powers. Just gonna put those on the end of the desk. Dong cards, what's up, Eva? Shared Fate is a blue enchantment that costs 5 mana. As long as it's in play, I draw from your deck and you draw from... Oh, that's weird. Purple sounds like some green and blue traits, like what you said sounds like Scry. Deck did nothing but find and play copies of Shared Fate. People would ask me what my win condition was, and I'd be like, I don't know yet. Good evening, Lyricho Spiso. Good to see you. Is the One Piece a card? No, because nobody except Oda actually knows what it is, so it isn't in the game yet. Each set, they seem to pick like 2 or 3 points in the story to produce cards for. Like this set that I was just showing, Pillars of Strength, has a bunch of cards from like their very early adventures, like when they're first fleshing out the crew. A location called Water 7, which happens, Jesus Christ, I guess a quarter of the way into the series by modern reckoning, and is one of the the real high points of the series. And then a much later area called Whole Cake Island. All the cards seem to be pulled from those settings. And like the last set mostly had cards from the big like midpoint war. And the associated side stories with it. Imagine if in the story the One Piece was an ad for their CCG. Must be nice to have people to play games with. Well, I kind of cheated boot blacking. I made people to play with. I play with my kids. Anything for the recent manga arcs? No. The furthest they have gone is Wano. I don't think they're going any further than the anime. Although, no, that's not true. That's not true. Because the card game has had sets from all, they had a set that pulled from all of the One Piece movies, or at least the newer One Piece movies. So like Film Red and Gold and Stampede and them. And then there's, actually this set has a card or 2 from the game they just put out, One Piece Odyssey. So they're I don't think they're going past the anime in terms of chronology, but they are pulling from like all the different media, not just the anime or not just the manga. Still has great, you can train them into worthy opponents. My younger daughter is actually good. My younger daughter, like we played hardcore the first couple months I had these. And she got good. She got to the point where she could regularly beat me with one of her decks. It was a thing of beauty to behold. And she had so much fun doing it because she really just liked making like huge units and smashing my face in with them. There's a really funny gimmick unit that they put in the last set, where under under some condition, like you saw the cards, like power average is around like 4,000 or 5,000. The really crazy cards like Kaido or Big Mom go up to like 10 or 12,000. There's a gimmick card in the last set where under certain conditions, his power goes up to like 800,000 or something, which is really funny. And she put a bunch of him in her deck just because she thought it was really funny. Someone across the street in their car is blasting the wall at full volume. That sounds meaningful, Loaded High. It sounds like there's some kind of purpose behind that. Everything is in thousands, yeah. Few groups I've been able to find now and again just weren't serious enough about board games for you. Huge units, you absolute units, yeah. Boot Black, I'm guessing there's not many game stores around you. I mean, I am fortunate to live here in Los Angeles, and pretty much all of the like every city has one or well, every like I guess sub-city within Los Angeles has one or two game stores where they do regular board game nights, card game tournaments, and stuff. Puppet Full Game is very good, and you would love the themes it explores. Ooh, I am happy to hear that, Eva. Well, it is going on the vote. It will appear on Monday's vote. Reminder to everybody, since it is Saturday, no stream tomorrow night. Monday night, we are going to be finishing up Hand of Doom and then playing some other stuff. I don't know. But more importantly, on Monday, I'm opening up a vote for what our next major game is going to be. And based off of our experiences last night, I'm going to add 2 more games to that vote. One is My Friendly Neighborhood, and the other one is Cyber Shadow. So look forward to maybe voting for those and other things on Monday. Make way for the return of democracy here at GPG. Fujitora is a black card, or did they live up to his name and let him be purple? I know... Hang on. I'm actually gonna look this up. I think there's maybe a black purple. I know there's a black version of him. Shoot. Hang on. Oh, because hang on. I thought wait. I thought he was in this set. What the hell? Oh. They do them. That's right. They do them by their weird names. No, there's only a black version right now. There's only a black version. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I think he's a rare in this current set, so hopefully I get one or two. There's one, but the board game nights are dead. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I enjoy heavy complex games. I like to play them regularly. The Cult of the New is a stranglehold in the hobby. Yeah, you really, yeah, that's unfortunate. I know what you mean, and you really need like a close friend group or like a hardcore board game group or something like that. All board game nights just become magic nights. I had my normal social awkwardness, and well, yeah, that's a tough thing, isn't it? Couldn't just let the higher ups follow their color names. Aki Inu needs to be solid. Yeah. Aki Inu is like the default black leader, in fact. I have my, hang on. I haven't played with it yet, but I have my black deck right here. Yeah, they don't, it's confusing to me because they don't let the admirals go by their code names. They put them as their normal names, so he's Sakazuki. But yeah, he's actually a pretty cool looking card. If this thing ever fucking focuses. Come on. Come on, camera. Alright, well, you can just believe me. You can just trust me when I say he's a cool looking card. Yeah, he's one of the main engines for how black works. Once per turn, you trash a card from your hand to KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0, and a whole bunch of the other black cards in the deck reduce people's cost to 0. So you used to think of everyone as their code names. Me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, originally I looked for Fujitoro as Fujitoro, but he's not in there as that. He's in there as Isho. I didn't even remember his normal name. It shan't focus like me on a Friday night. I mean, I have a few more drinks of this. I won't be focusing much either. Yeah, like an example of a black card here, like a regular character like Tashiki here. If I'm optimistic. My optimism is waning. Okay, never mind. Instead of attacking with this character, you can give one of your opponent's characters -2 cost during your turn. So you use cards like her, and then you use the lead to blow them up. I really want to try this deck. I haven't played One Piece with my kids in a while. We've been busy with other stuff, and there was a bit of a dry spell where we weren't getting new cards. So I think their interest may have waned, but now that we've done like a big booster unboxing, I think they're excited again. Like my younger daughter wanted to play like right away today, but she had to go to cheerleading. Maybe tomorrow. No one wants to revisit games. I like trying new games too. The best ones have depth that makes it worth repeated plays. Well, I want to play Gaia Project again because $80. I'm gonna play like 6 of the 14 factions. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I understand why in groups like that they're gonna want to keep like winding through newer and newer things. But yeah, it sucks when you find something that you really like that other people are ready to move on from. So happens in streaming too. Funny enough, both for streamers and their audience. So the curse of the new. We try to avoid that here for the most part. So. Anyway, chat, let's talk about this here video game and let's get to playing it because it can fill quite a bit of the evening and I plan on it doing so. So, welcome back to the Power Hours, except it's not really Power Hours tonight. There's no requests or anything at the moment because we're going to be playing this, guaranteed. This is King Arthur's World. This is a 1993 game from Jaleco. I feel like very few people are fully cognizant of this game. I feel like this is one of those games that kind of slid under the radar. I mean, it had a pretty unassuming, it had a pretty unassuming box art and whatnot. I feel like I'm not gonna find it there. There we go. Yeah, it didn't have very striking art, unfortunately. It's just like a black and white pencil drawing with just King Arthur's World as a banner there. And I feel like screenshots for most people would not really do a whole lot for them. It did for me though. It did for me because I have always had a deep fondness for highly detailed pixel art. And this is King Arthur's World is basically played at Lemmings scale. It's basically a Lemmings RTS. Well, let's see how Nintendo Power describes it. Jaleco's new, they call it a puzzle game. I guess Lemmings is technically a puzzle game. King Arthur's World, an interesting addition to the Super NES lineup, features Dolby surround sound and a grid password system. Player controls the on-screen action with either a regular controller or the SNES mouse. And oh my god, you need the SNES mouse for this. The controller controls are ass. They are terrible. It's an Arthurian quest that sends knights errant through 3 realms and 23 levels. King Arthur is about to set on a new series of quests and summon brave men from throughout his kingdom to join him. His standards are high, and only the best among them will pass the rigorous test to become Arthurian knights. Those who do will follow him through quests in the real world and beyond. It's a Lemmings RTS. You have Arthur. They show you here. You have the king. But then you have other units that you can deploy, and certainly depending on the level, you get different units in different quantities. But it's not quite as puzzly as Lemmings in the sense that you have to work out what you can do with what you're provided. Instead, it's like you're given an army and you have to decide how best to use them to overcome the challenges ahead of you. So it's not like there's not going to be big main levels where like they just don't give you any engineers or they don't give you any barrelmen. They're going to give you a bunch of everything, but you have to figure out how to use them and not waste them, because you're not going to have enough troops to do everything on a map. You've kind of got to figure out the route. So the structure of the game, well, let's talk about the units first, I suppose. Let me scoop myself over here and we can take a look at that. In fact, I'm going to be right up here. Trying to get in the Avatar card game, it seemed like it never went anywhere and found an audience for such a popular cartoon. That was one of the reassuring things about this One Piece card game. It definitely has an audience because every new set sells out. So if I ever did want to go to tournaments and stuff, like it has like a pretty big audience, a pretty active group playing it right now. I don't need that because my primary concern is collecting and playing with my kids, but it's nice to know that it's got legs at least. Imagine well over 9% of all the CCGs ever produced for DOA are already on live support. Yeah, they're kind of like multiplayer video games now. Like if you're putting out an indie multiplayer only game, God help you. Cause like 9 times out of 10, or more like 99 times out of 100, you are not gonna get the player base to support it. Cause I mean, even the major releases that hit big early, their populations flatten out after only a few months. Sounds more like Lemmings too. In complexity, maybe. I want to try the Transformers CCG, could never find anyone who played it. So okay, in addition to the king, you have knights. Knights are the strongest swordsmen. They emerge from the tent in groups of 5 and fight fiercely in hand-to-hand combat. Once you turn them loose, they march forward and battle on their own unless you command them to do otherwise. We'll explain the commands once we get into the game. Soldiers, the backbone of Arthur's army. I don't agree with this. Soldiers are extremely situational. They don't really fight, but they have massive tower shields that can hold certain things back. Barrelmen are Arthur's demolition squad. All they do is put down an explosive barrel that explodes after a certain amount of time or when it takes damage. Explosives are very important in this game. Engineers are easily your most important unit. Engineers are wildly important. They have 5 different structures they can build, and it's basically impossible to get through most of the levels without using engineers in some capacity. Archers are your ranged attackers. They are very, very useful because a lot of the shit in this game you do not want to get up close to. They are a much safer way to take out a lot of things, especially the further you get into the game. However, friendly fire is a thing. So you don't want to have your archers shooting into a melee that your knights have already joined. And then there's white wizards and black wizards. White wizards have 3 support spells. They can heal units and strengthen them, protect them. And then black wizards are insanely useful. Black wizards are kind of like a cheat code for stuff that you have trouble getting past. They have some absolutely devastating spells. So let's talk a little bit about the layout of the levels in the game, and then we're gonna get right into it. So the first couple levels, the first 9 levels are training. They basically take you through each of the elements of your army and teach you specifically how to use them. Like training level 1 is only archers. Training level 2 is only barrelmen. Training level 3 is knights and soldiers. And then once you get to like training level 6, they start mixing them up until training level 9 is basically a warm-up for the real levels, where they give you at least one of everybody, and you gotta figure out how to use them. Once you get through the training levels, then you've got the real world, and I really want you to scrutinize these maps if you can. These are really handy layouts here, but basically, each level of the game is like just this huge, it doesn't look huge on here, but the level of detail in this game is insane. It's this huge sprawling map, and you have to get Arthur to the king on that map to subjugate them. And dude, There are pitfalls, there are traps, there are drawbridges, there are enemy soldiers, enemy mages, enemy cannons, enemy monsters. There is all kinds of shit. So the first 4 levels are in the real world. The Battle of High Castle, Windsor Towers, Conquest of the Butlers. Each one has a slightly different layout. High Castle is pretty straightforward. Windsor Towers has like this little low area in the middle that you gotta fight your way through, and Conquest of the Butlers has a few sentry towers to get past, each presenting its own challenge. And then there's a boss, a giant ogre that you have to fight with your army, which is an experience, let me tell you. Did they at least give Arthur a gun? No. Arthur is like a super knight. He is a very strong, high hit point knight, but he is also he is both your win condition and your lose condition. Your win condition is to get him to the goal of the level, the king. Your lose condition is if Arthur dies. And unfortunately, it can be shockingly easy for Arthur to die like an hour into a mission. Yes, some of these missions can take an hour or more to beat. How well tutorialized did you find the first 9 levels? Very, very well tutorialized. You can see here, Nintendo Power doesn't really break down the strategy for these levels very well. As a kid, I was able to beat all of the real world levels. I want to say fairly easily, but if I say that, it means that I'm going to lose each and every one of them in increasingly embarrassing ways. So yeah, fairly easily. If he had a gun, it'd be harder to kill him. The only thing that kills a good Arthur with a gun is a bad Arthur with a gun. It sounds like Der Langrisser. I've never played Der Langrisser. Once we get into the game, I'm sure you can give more nuanced opinions on that. I say let's get into it. Honestly, I'm just talking about this game makes me very, very excited. I'm not going to talk too much about the 2 realms after the real world, because if we get into this, if we're really enjoying this, I don't even know if we'll get there tonight. And if we do, I don't know how far we're gonna get into it. So, King Arthur's World. God, I love this game until I start hating this game. Is the short version of this. All right, I'm gonna need to do a little finaglery, because I have to, the way my thing is set up, I have to start it with the controller, but then I have to switch it out for the mouse. Oh, you hear that? You hear that Dolby surround happening? There we go. All right. Yes. Oh, it's SNES mouse time, baby. Let's do this. An Argonaut game? Oh, this is gonna be rough. Actually, I wonder if I move this. Can I actually use my mouse pad here? That might actually be more convenient. Oh yeah, what do you know? Mouse pads actually help ball mice. How about that? Did you ever play Lost Vikings? A little bit. Not very much. So, you need to play Langrisser one of these days, that and Farland Story. More games need glitter effects, they really do. That, okay, look. That is a huge reason why I'm such a fan of this game, is the level of detail in this. The pixel artistry in this game is on a whole nother level. It's really impressive. Anyway, let us begin. Arthur's search for an army, training 1 archers. King Arthur searched far and wide to find soldiers worthy of his first crusade. He needed soldiers capable of handling a bow and arrow. The king put them to a simple test. Oh, and the music in this is really good. The music in this is so good. Okay, so anyway, here we are. This is King Arthur. And this is our mouse-driven interface. This arrow you get is contextual. Depending on where it is in relation to the unit you have selected, it will issue them different orders. If you put him this way and you click, for example, he'll start walking. If you have him pointing up and you click, he'll stop. You have to double click it. We can send him back this way. If you don't tell him to do anything, he will hit a wall and he will bounce. Oh God, it's actually, okay. Actually, it's that. That is stop. This is a different command that we'll get into later. Anyone else play Warlocked on GBC? That game was neat as fuck. Warcraft 2 clone, but on GBC with a proper multiplayer suite. Incredibly cool for the system, especially with how well it works. Neat. Down here, you have the unit, you have their health, and you have the different things you can do. This is surrender. This is give up on the level if things are not looking good for you. This is attack, although melee units attack automatically, so I don't know why this is here. And this is the pause button. It's pause, you know, like lemmings. To scroll the screen, you hold right click and you get this cursor, which lets you scroll things around. It does not pause the game. Only pauses the game, but you can't do anything while it is paused, so let's take a look at our surroundings, shall we? Right here, we have a spike pit with drop doors right in front of it. Over here, we have our first real obstacle. We have a tower with a little soldier walking around in here and 2 slingers on top. Now, the thing about this soldier is he is actually knocking into these boiling oil pots and making them tip over. If we take him out, that'll stop happening. But see, he knocks it over, and then knocks this one over. And that's that tower. We have some cute little bells over here. And then over here, we have a more stock tower of slingers and a soldier. And since this is a training mission, the goal is this treasure chest right here. Yeah, those dudes are having a fucking party. Gives you very Amiga game vibes. Nice. One thing I want to call out right away. Remember when we were playing Mario Paint and I stopped on that section of the guide that showed you how to make a castle out of stamps? My personal investment was this game because I love the art style in this game. I love the pixel art for these castles and how detailed they are. And so the Mario Paint guide showing you a way to make not a direct reference to it, but an approximation of it was kind of huge for me. So anyway, that's that. That's the interface. You can also scroll very, very high up for reasons that I will explain probably during the engineer tutorial. Now, if you go down to this menu and you right click, this brings up your army list, the list of all the units that you have. Since this is training, we only have access to archers. If I click on this, they will start marching out of the tent. You only have 1 tent on the map at a time. Again, during the engineer tutorial, I will explain more about tents because they interface directly with them. But this is where all of your units are gonna come from. So if I click, here comes a group of archers. Now I'm gonna stop them and they're gonna stack up really weirdly. But they come out in groups of 5 and they have 3 different attacks that they can do. Low angle, medium angle, and high angle. Low angle shoots like that, not very far. Medium angle shoots a bit farther. And then high angle goes pretty high and actually hits a bunch of these guys. So we're gonna spam this a little bit. See if that hits anybody. And just like that, the slingers on the roof are dead. Now here's another thing you can do with archers that I think is pretty important. So I'm gonna have them walk this way. And then instead of stopping them, I'm gonna issue them an attack command. And that, instead of making them all bunch up, means they spread out. Oh, did you hear his little "oh" when he got hit? This is a very, very, very important thing to be aware of with archers, because it allows you to create like an entire kill zone with them rather than just like very, very targeted strikes, which is pretty important for most of the game. There are certainly times when you want them to focus very heavily on just 1 or 2 enemies. All right, and now that soldier's dead. Bada bing, bada boom. So now we don't have to worry about any more hot oil coming from this. Yeah, the archers totally play like an artillery game. Now, I'm gonna bring them over here. Kind of. Man, the timing on this is gonna be really scary. Okay, so I'm gonna let this drop, and then when it goes back up, I'm gonna send them across. That was too soon. Bleh. All right, the timing is tight, but not super tight on that one. Okay, so we'll march them this way. And then these guys, I'm actually gonna, whoa. Okay, well, we're not gonna do that. So that's another thing I really like about, dead guys. Another level of detail thing, the arrows actually cause the bells to ring when you shoot them. Let's see how we're doing here. All right, so that cleared out all of the slingers. Now we just need to get rid of that guy in there, which I could probably do with some medium angle arrows really, really close here. There we go, yeah. Now another interesting detail here. You see how some of the arrows that hit the wall, they just drop straight down? Those will also hurt enemy. You can actually use that as a targeting technique. You can get all of your archers to aim for like a solid wall over where your enemies are and just rain arrows down on their heads. This is Noble Rats, using a lot of the original source artwork and remastering music, sounds like. Stronghold 1 is getting a new remaster. Oh, cool, very cool. What's up, Nintendo? This is honestly one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo. This is King Arthur's World. This is a really, really, really neat game. And we are just getting started, so you are just in time. This is our hero, King Arthur here. The goal of any map is to get him to the goal of it. In this case, it's a treasure chest, because we're still in the tutorial stages. This is also where patience comes into play, because Arthur doesn't move any faster than anybody else, and once you have cleared a path for him, you do have to navigate his kingly ass to the goal without letting anything bad happen to him, so that could take some time. Never actually seen anything about this. It looks super interesting. I love this game. I love this game, and it pains me that there have not really been any modern love letters to it. There is King Arthur's Gold on Steam, but that's a different sort of game. It apes this art style, but it's more like multiplayer combat. Well done, you've completed the level. And the password is 4x4 grid based. So, because there's only 23 stages in the game, so. King Arthur's World, party time, excellent. Don't remind me of Wayne's World. Go fuck yourself, man. Time to learn Godot or something and make your own spiritual sequel? Seriously, yeah. Train 2 Barrelmen. Next, Arthur needed a team of mercenaries able to handle gunpowder. The king devised another simple test. All right, this time we have only barrelmen. And I'm actually gonna do something rather quick. Let me go ahead and send one out. Barrelmen are very simple. They have a barrel. You send them out, they place their barrel, they go home. After a few seconds, the barrel explodes. Boom. And that's that. I wanted to do that because I need to get Arthur out of the way of those slingers. So we'll park his ass over here. And now let's take stock of the level. So we have a little fortress with a big old smasher in here. 2 slingers on the roof, another door. Probably adopt this idea into a rad mobile game. No doubt. We have a nice little cottage, a little township here. Another tower, very similar to the last one, and a door to get past. Now, here's the deal with barrels. When a barrel explodes, what it actually does is send out a series of, I believe, 5 fireballs. You may be able to see that when this one goes off. Not really. Those fireballs, whatever they hit, no. Actually, wait, yeah, you can go up there. You can kill the shit out of these guys. Let them have it, Arthur. All right, and then he can just kind of chill up here. That's fine. It would actually play like the ads. Now, fire in this game is really neat. It's another one of those things that has like really, really detailed elements to it. I'll try to place this one centrally so you can see what happens. So here, we got a barrel right here. Now see, it didn't blow up the door, but one of the fireballs hit the wooden ladder and lit the ladder ablaze. If Arthur or somebody else had been on this ladder, yes, this has fire physics. If Arthur or somebody else had been on this ladder, they would have been burned to death. Arthur's no, the ladder still works. The ladder totally still works. There we go. But yeah, it is an element of danger that you have to account for. Also, interesting note about barrelmen: as long as they make it safely back to the tent, they are not expended. You essentially have infinite barrelmen as long as you have one and he doesn't die. So this one we are going to set right up against this door, so there can be no mystery as to what happens. Go full Noita physics in your remakes, embrace chaos. That would be awesome. All right, and genius that I am, one of those fireballs hit Arthur. This should also give you a sense of how strong Arthur is. He can take a lot of punishment before he dies. That's important because some of these levels will put that to the test. Also, good evening, Shadows. I'm not sure I formally said good evening to you, but good evening. Here's another thing that I want to show you just because we're here. Set a barrel right here. Watch it go off. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm gonna send, oh shit, I misclicked. Okay. I want to send 2 barrelmen this time. Boot up OG Tomb Raider on my end and forgot how much I like that game. Nice, nice. Also, interesting detail that you may or may not have noticed. When you send a unit back to the tent, once you scroll them off the screen, they actually teleport back instantly. All right, I'm gonna set this guy here. That might be a better example of what I'm trying to show you. Oh, and our other barrelman died. Oh my God, it won't work. Also, these slots here, this means you can only have 3 active units in addition to Arthur at any given time. And no, you cannot put Arthur back in the tent. This is Lemmings. This is RTS Lemmings, Drake Mill. And I love it. Yeah, the physics in this game is a real larf. These thatch roof cottages are unburnable. I'm pretty sure they are burnable. I'm pretty sure I'm just getting really unlucky with the fireball arcs. But I mean, we'll see. If a barrelman gets hit, he explodes. That's why the last one died and was set ablaze. So I'm gonna just send an army of 3 up here to try and get to this door. Okay, looks like they mostly made it. So this guy can blow the door. These other guys can turn back before it's too late. All right, so the door, there it is. That's what I wanted to show you. Oh God, and then you can chain react. That chain reaction? Of course, that's how it worked. So the barrel I set here to blow this door up, burned the roof of the church, and then one of those slingers hit one of my 3 barrelmen, which chained across the rest of them and burned the roof off of this house. This game is amazing chaos, and I love it so much. And this is a training level, okay? You better believe there is so much more of this shit to deal with in the actual levels. Do you have any idea how much of the flooring in an actual castle is wood? A terrifying amount, as it turns out. This game is rad, and it's a real goddamn shame more people didn't play it. I love the sort of system-driven chaos. Yes, same here. Same here. You can collect gold during your adventures, usually by destroying something like a smasher or a larger enemy. I have no idea what gold does. I don't think there's any actual use for it in the game. It might just be like a score, like a high score thing. Knights and soldiers, brave warriors, volunteered to join Arthur's quest. To test their fighting skills, the king put them through some basic training. All right, this one, I think you have to react. Do you have to react pretty quickly? Let's get the lay of the land real quick. By the way, it's raining on this level, even though it's clear skies in the background. All right, we have a ton of troops. Okay, this one's just a shit ton of troops. So here's what's gonna happen. We're just gonna launch the biggest, dumbest melee imaginable. We're just gonna send out 15 knights and they're gonna murder everybody. We played Breath of the Wild because the fire physics and that lets you do some funny shit. I've only played Breath of the Wild a little bit. Not enough to get into the really crazy physics. Kind of surprised this isn't slowing down as a particle physics plus how many sprites are on screen. Well, it's, I mean, now you're getting good old fashioned SNES flicker and slowdown. But still, I mean, for the kind of game that it is, there is, oh, that's right. There's more soldiers coming out of this house to replace the ones that we've deployed. And can we just take a moment to really appreciate the sound effects here? Hang on, I want to turn the music up a little bit. There we go. All right, we got some, so I'm gonna send these guys back to the tent. And then, hang on. Oh no! Arthur! Okay, there we go. Arthur is under attack. That's okay. We instantly sent one of those night teams back, and yeah, everything's fine. Situation nominal. Yeah, the flicker is managing the sprites. That is intentional on the SNES part. Does have some armor alley aspects to it, yes. One thing that I'm not showing off here that this level is meant to demonstrate, but I've never found very useful, is soldiers. Soldiers don't really fight so much. They just have big tower shields to hold enemies. It's not really as useful as just sending knights to murder everybody. Although I only have a few knights, as it turns out. Honestly, I think Arthur can handle the rest, so I'm gonna go ahead and send him on his way. Oh yeah, we got it, basically. They give you enough knights to overwhelm the other forces. If you're curious, this is a soldier. Soldiers come out in units of 1, and they have 1 ability. They set up their shield. That's it. You can, of course, command them to move after that, but it's like, you know, whatever. You must construct additional Arthurs. You do not have infinitely respawning knights. You have this menu to work with. So I deployed all the knights that I have, and fortunately it was enough. That is a major consideration when you get to the regular levels, is using your knights sparingly, because there are certain situations that you absolutely need knights to handle, but if you've used them all up in stupid ways, because they're definitely not immortal. You can support them with like white mages, which becomes increasingly important later on in the game. But yeah, they are a very important resource to manage. Engineers! King Arthur needed workers to construct devices which would allow his army to overcome hazards. He devised a course to test all possibilities. This one's wild. Like, I know this game has been really cool so far. Engineers is where it goes nuts. Engineers is where this game really goes crazy. So right away, we have an impassable spike pit. We have an impassable cliff. We have a small keep with a slinger, a locked door, a soldier inside, and we have no troops, only engineers. Have you played Cannon Fodder? Because I think it was going to show up in Nintendo Power in 1994. Yes, I have played Cannon Fodder. Can you craft your own buildings and shit in this? All right, let me call my boys out. Engineers are easily the coolest part of this game. So they have 5 abilities, and the number under these abilities is how many engineers it costs to do that. Now again, just like Barrelmen, using them does not use them up. The only way you lose engineers is by them dying. So if I spend 3 engineers to build a catapult, for example, those engineers are not lost. I can use them again once they return to the tent. So the 5 things that engineers can do: they can build you catapults. Catapults are insanely important. Catapults are like archers on steroids. They're incredibly powerful artillery units. For 4 engineers, you can build new tents. You can only build new tents at flagpoles. This does not come up in the tutorial. Wait, no, it comes up in tutorial 9, if I remember correctly. Incorrect, the way to lose an engineer is send in the grad school. I sit corrected. 11,186 milliseconds. Good to see you out tonight, by the way. Glad you're here. There will be, in the larger levels, there will be green flagpoles at strategic points across the map. You basically use this command to set up a new checkpoint, essentially. Sorry, I'm gonna lurk to track down, to totally buy a copy of this, play on my real SNES. You do that, Shadows. You do that. And I heartily encourage anybody else who's enjoying the stream right now to do the same. This is an amazing game. For 2 engineers, you can build a battering ram. That is the most direct way and least destructive way, technically, to get through doors like this. For 1 engineer apiece, you can fill in gaps. And then I'll show you this one once we get across here. So I am going to send these guys this way, and I'm going to tell them to do this. They will fill in this gap for me. Thank you very much. Now, let me move these guys back this way a little bit. Let them bounce, and then we're going to build a catapult. Once 3 of them stack up, you get a catapult. Well, there goes the door. Now, the catapults... And we just set that guy on fire. Oh, God! That guy just burned to death. I don't know if you saw that. There's a special animation if you kill regular enemies like that with fire. They literally burn to death. So the catapult, once you set it up, it will just keep firing. It will just keep firing until you order them to do something else. This meter here that you can control using your mouse determines the arc of your shots. This one we are, okay.
Oh.
Boom, that's what we wanted. All right, we're done, we're good. I'm gonna send him back to the tent. He has done his job. So yeah, catapult, insanely useful. Insanely useful. Almost as useful as the 5th skill that I'm about to show you, which is building a climbable platform. That is how you surmount obstacles like this. Now that we have that, we can climb up here. I'm actually gonna try something I've never tried before. Oh no, he built it in there, okay. Climbable platforms are basically ladders that you can put wherever you want. That's interesting. I cannot get him to build it where I really want him to. He'll build another one in here though. Okay, so there is a limitation on where they will build, like where they will build platforms. And I'm not sure, I can't remember if you can go like really, really crazy with these. Let's find out. What I want to build is a platform on a platform. Nah, it seems like platforms are really only buildable in like predetermined areas. So anyway, it's still important. It's still a deeply important part of the game and allows you a surprising amount of flexibility. You have a number of platforms that are limited, or you can tear down one and reclaim it. No. That's let me actually show you this right now. This number underneath the powers is not how many of those you can build, it's how many engineers it takes to do. So platforms and filling holes is 1 engineer each. Battering rams is 2, although you can have up to 5. Let's see if I can build any more of these in here. Oh yeah, I can build a few more over here. That's pretty funny. And then you need 3 to build a catapult, and you need 4 to pitch a tent. See how I just made them disappear like that? Very handy. Now I'm gonna show you something else that I just noticed, actually. Whee! Do you notice anything strange up here? You notice anything strange in the keep? This took me a long time to figure out in this game. Some say you need Paul Blart Mall Cop to pitch a tent. I noticed some weirdo in the corner. He's always there, Eva. He's always watching. There is a weird outline in the wall over here. Can I not get it to... I might not be able to do this. This one might not actually lead any... Yeah, this one might not actually lead anywhere. No, Arthur. You're gonna get yourself killed if you do that. All right, are you just... Okay, he's just pacing there. Oh no, there it is. There it is. So these outline doors here actually lead to different parts of the level. This one would teleport you down here where there's another door. I don't think it does anything, honestly. I can't get this one to open. How nice of them to make that, visible. These are absolutely essential in later levels. It is insanely important. Yeah, this one might just be non-functional. It might have been a detail from earlier. I mean, if I get stuck on one of the real levels because I can't open one of these, we'll know it's an actual bug, but yeah. Huzzah! Imagine having a crappy TV and never being able to see that. I had a lot of trouble finding those Bumfuzzled, especially in the real world levels. Sometimes they purposely hide them. Sometimes they purposely hide really important ones, and they're really hard to find. Perhaps something else must be interacted with first. No, it's a direct interaction. I remember that. I just think that one maybe does nothing. Wizards! King Arthur knew he'd have to use powerful magic to overcome evil. He devised a cunning test of magic spells for his wizards. Okay, so this one's really funny because it's basically just the last one. It's basically just the knights and soldiers level, except now you have to do it with wizards. Fortunately, they don't give you as many guys to deal with. All right, so I showed you one. I showed you lightning. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that one. Oh god. Oh god. So the way wizards work. Okay, I have to babysit Arthur now because he might get killed by one of these meteors. I mean, it is gonna kill those guys, fortunately. Oh god, oh Jesus. Oh, Arthur. Oh Lord. Okay, well that didn't work out nearly as well as I was hoping. Fortunately, Arthur is very strong. Oh no, Arthur's dead. You failed the test. Fortunately, they don't give you the creepy, awful failure screen from the main game. Died in the tutorial, told you. The way wizards work is it doesn't. Okay, so black wizards have 5 spells. I've shown you lightning and I've shown you meteor. Once they cast a spell, they leave. They just teleport out. They teleport back to the tent. Now, wizards, unlike engineers, those numbers under the spells really are how many times they can use that spell. Arthur is very strong, he said to Arthur's corpse. Wishful thinking, I suppose. So I only have 3 casts of lightning now. And I just killed my wizard with his own lightning. Friendly fire is a thing in this game. You do have to be careful. All right, we are going to do fireball. Fireball is absolutely devastating on flat territory. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to put this guy out, and I need to have him shield. And then bring this guy out. This one is just instant death. This one just instantly kills any enemy on the screen at the time, or in the vicinity of the wizard. Let's do it again. Whoosh. How many guys are left? I am using a mouse. I'm using the Super NES mouse. That is what this game is meant to be played with. If you try to play this game with a controller, you will suffer terribly. You will suffer as few have suffered before. All right, let me see if I can get these guys with nope! All right, we'll just apocalypsicate these guys. And then there's a few more dudes. There is a few more dudes. I guess we could try using lightning again, but it's probably just gonna get us killed. It's probably gonna kill our little soldier man here. He's not doing too bad, I guess. There we go. Bzz. Why not move shield debuff forward so you can always have a horizontal? That would be a smart thing to do, Manic. If I was a smart player, I would have done that. Oh wait, he's dead. King Arthur is fine. This is like medium health. There's like big heart, medium heart, small heart, dead. So he's fine. Don't worry about him. Your white wizard has 3 spells: a healing spell, a strength spell, and a shield spell. All right. I just used the healing spell. Okay, so the healing spell has restored Arthur's health. I'm going to start Arthur marching, and I'm going to send another white wizard with him, and I will hit him with the shield spell when we get near the tower, because there's a slinger up in the tower. Artis is not a clever man, but he knows what love is. All right, so we'll hit him with the shield spell there. All right, so now Arthur has a really obnoxious flashing shield effect on him. So, the upshot of this, chat, is that wizards are extremely hard to use, but extremely powerful if you're not a moron like me. Also, the guys that made Punch Club and Graveyard Keeper have released Punch Club 2. You know what? I didn't realize until just now that the Punch Club guys were the guys that made Graveyard Keeper. So thanks for cluing me in on that. All right, next level. Archers and barrelmen. Now that he had chosen his army, King Arthur needed to be sure he could use their skills as a team. So training 6, 7, 8, and 9 is now using combinations of your troops. So it's mostly levels that you've seen before, but now with added threats. So I'm gonna do what I did before. I'm gonna blow this door open, and then I'm gonna move Arthur in so that he doesn't get murdered by the slingers. He already took quite a bit of damage, actually. We'll just park his ass right here. So this time, all 3 of these smashers are going. There's a ton of slingers up on the roof. And then there's a whole bunch of guys down here in town ready to just murdicate Arthur if he pokes his head through that door. Now, friendly fire is pretty much a thing. I think these, oh no. Okay, I don't, friendly fire is sometimes a thing for enemies, but generally not. I was really hoping this oil barrel would kill one of those guys, but it doesn't. Friendly fire is mainly a thing that you have to contend with, so. Anyway, let's get another barrelman out here. Very elaborate for an SNES game. Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, it's basically a Lemmings RTS. And pretty remarkable in how detailed it is in doing that. Arthur, don't die. The poor barrel man who set the barrel died. They usually give you a lot of barrelmen, even though technically you only need 1 because of that, I think. Punch Club 2 is even crazier than Punch Club 1. Nice. There we go. Again, really don't know what the coins are for. Really don't know, but they exist, so I'm going to grab them. Also, don't worry, this is not the only song in the entire game. I believe each realm has its own song. The tutorial... I think all the tutorial levels except maybe the last one use this song. Sorry, buddy, you're dead. Oh my god, he's not! And oh my god, I really shouldn't have done that. That was really stupid of me. I should not have done that, actually. Oh shit. Okay, so I've already fucked this up. I have already fucked up mightily. Oh god! I have... Chat, I failed the test. I shouldn't have blown the door up yet. You do archers from the start to kill the slingers? I don't think the archers can... What you're supposed to do. To fail the test is not even to begin to describe that. I think, if I remember correctly, the way you're supposed to do this is you blow up in the door, you blow up the first two smashers, you send Arthur up to kill the slingers because the slingers don't have much in the way of melee ability. Whoa there, champion. And then you set archers up here firing down into the town. That's how I was supposed to do it. Why am I bad? Because that's my gimmick, Manic. So many people on this platform have made it big by being good at video games. I'm like, why not try being bad for once? Oh god, he died the moment he exited the tent. You know, why not see if a completely incompetent moron can make it on Twitch? Not everyone made it by being good. You don't need to try to be bad. All right, so let's send Arthur up here.
Oh.
All right, he just murders the shit out of these guys. That's great. All right, we'll send him back over here. He'll park his happy ass there. Now we'll send out our archers, and we'll give them the order to go upstairs. All right, we'll let them hustle back and forth a little bit. That is not how chains work. I know. I guess they didn't have a good way to make the chains disappear when they extended up past the thing, so. All right, we'll have them shoot. And that, yes, excellent. Now, the only unfortunate thing about archers is you have to keep spamming the button to make them shoot. They won't do it of their own volition. So you can really only manage one archer team at a time. It would be really nice if I could bring both archer teams up here and just have them raining arrows down. You're not the most uncommon in popularity on Twitch. That's Darkside Phil. At least we have a bar that I will never sail under. When do you get Legolas? And yeah, unfortunately, no hero units. That would have been a really interesting idea for like King Arthur's World 2, is to have like hero units. Lancelot and the other Knights of the Round Table, I suppose, who are like super versions of these different character archetypes. All right, how do we do? We have murdered everyone. They're all dead. Okay, how, now the real question, the real important question. How high will a high angle arrow, how far will a high angle arrow go? Not far enough. So I think what's gonna happen, all right, let me gather these guys up. We're gonna go park them over by Arthur. Let's get out another barrel mans. Everybody's dead, Dave. Darkside fills the bottom, at least thus far. I did not realize the barrel would... Oh, well, he fucking vanished into the ether anyway. All right, so we'll send them down. And then once they are outside... Oh, they can collect gold too. I didn't realize that. All right, let's see where the high angle arrows from this go. Not far enough. That's like almost there. There is an element of RNG to how far their arrows go. Yeah, like see, those guys are dead now. We'll just fire a few more until that little soldier guy there is dead. Might take a while. Actually, you know what, we'll move up. Let's move a little closer and see if we can... Oh, I think I got him. I got him. Okay, so we'll send these guys back to the tent. Watch, a magic trick. Whoop, they're gone. One last barrel man for the road. In fact, I will send a cadre of barrel men just in case one of them gets slingered, because there is one more slinger man's up here that I can't really do anything about. He's up too high for me to reach. Let's see if any of them die ignoble deaths. Yep. There we go. Good thing we hedged our bets. All right, and then you park yourself. Because there's always a chance that this isn't actually gonna blow up the door. But it did, and it almost killed the guy that said it. So let's do like we did last time. Blow up the chest. You can't blow up the chest, fortunately. All right. Let's see if this is gonna set any of the roofs on fire. Oh, huh. I'll make it go off. Yes! Yes, property damage. I love it. All right. And we've essentially won. Unless that slinger guy manages a wombo combo Arthur. So people were saying earlier that this, like, when I was describing the game, it reminded them of things like Der Langrisser and other stuff. Can y'all think of other games similar to this in concept? Come on, Slinger Guy. Now that you've seen this in action, does this actually compare to something like Der Langrisser? Because I've never played it. Just Lemmings? Yeah, this definitely shares a lot of DNA with Lemmings. Clearly. Lemmings and Bumfuzzled, how many Lemmings clones do you know? Because I can't actually think of that many. And that's always surprised me as landmark a game as Lemmings was, and how many sequels and how many ports of it there were. I feel like there's really not that many Lemmings style games out there. Langrisser's turn-based strategy. Okay, cool. Dropped a couple in the Discord? Oh, okay. I will check those out later then. Actually no. No, I will do you a solid. I will check them out now because I am curious what you've thrown up here. Humanity and Flockers. I actually know both of those games and they seem like a bit of a stretch to me. Can't really think of it. Isn't it weird, Chaos? As popular as Lemmings was, I feel like there's not actually that many Lemmings clones. Used to play a Lemmings clone on Linux way back in the day. It was bad as I remember. I mean, that's probably part of the problem is it can't be easy to make a Lemmings clone. The Lemmings were penguins, of course. Lemmings seems kind of simple to do too much with. See, Nemrin, I disagree with that, and my evidence is basically this. I feel like there's a lot you can do with the Lemmings formula just by adding just one or two elements on top of Lemmings. Like, I feel like Lemmings is a concept that could be easily expanded in like any direction. Because in a way, especially if you view Lemmings through the lens of King Arthur's world, if you look at the evolution from Lemmings to King Arthur's world, I think it illustrates a lot more of what you can do with the formula. Like there's really no, because it ends up being a side-scrolling, slow-paced RTS. RTS slash puzzle game, kind of. I mean, I've never seen one that's like heavily story-based. I've never seen one that has like adventure or point-and-click elements. I've never seen one that has RPG elements. I've never seen one that has, I've never seen like a sci-fi take on this. So I feel like there's a ton that you can do here if you just push slightly past Lemmings. And maybe that's why there's not that many Lemmings clones, is because we have played a precious few Lemmings clones, like The Humans on Game Boy, and it sucks. It's basically like slower paced Lemmings with more fiddly puzzle elements, and it was awful. So maybe the issue is just this is really, really, really hard to make a Lemmings style game good. You think Pikmin is the evolution of Lemmings? I think there's a really strong case to be made there. I think you have a good point, RV Winkle. Paul Blart. I just saw Paul Blart Lemmings Cop. Similar game on the Wii where you played a prince who leads an army. What about Overlord? Maybe if you know, now that we're talking about Pikmin, there's also the Overlord games on PC that might kind of be in the ballpark of this. You used to play a Lemmings clone on the web. There was just some Java applet thing. I think the Lemmings were ants in that one. Lost Vikings was a descending of Lemmings. Lost Vikings is an interesting one because I wonder at what point, like, I personally, I feel like there's a division between Lemmings and Lost Vikings, but I can't accurately articulate what that division is. To me, it's volume. To me, it's like you have a shit ton of Lemmings and you give a few of them abilities and stuff, whereas Lost Vikings is like hero-based. You have 3 heroes that each have their individual abilities. They straight up listed Lemmings as inspiration. Okay, so I'm not gonna argue against this. It's just, it's an interesting link for me because I personally, I wouldn't have seen it like that, but I see where you're coming from and I see where the developers are coming from. So I'm certainly not gonna say the people who made the Lost Vikings and said Lemmings was an inspiration were wrong. Not being able to directly control the Lemmings seems like a key point. I will though. Lost Vikings is also a Blizzard IP, so weird to think of a non-Xcraft Diablo Blizzard game. Yep, Blizzard made a couple, I mean, what, Rock and Roll Racing, Lost Vikings, and Blackthorn, I think were their 3 big games on Super Nintendo before they became the Blizzard that we know and kind of side-eye at this point. Your Lemmings are nobodies, their only abilities are what you give them. Lost Vikings, each character, which you have 3, has their own predetermined abilities. I know I played a fistful of shitty, forgettable shareware Lemmings clones. I can't think of any of them. That's the thing, $10. Like, maybe it's a lot harder to make a Lemmings clone than we think. Here's the Wii game I was thinking of, Little King Story. Okay, let me have a look at this. Oh, God. Man, going from the SNES mouse to a modern PC mouse is like night and day. Like, the sensitivity. Oh, it's an Xseed game. Okay. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, modern games in this style definitely trend more towards Pikmin, don't they? Pikmin was a good call. Y'all definitely had a good point with Pikmin. When is the Lemmings Redneck Rampage crossover game coming out? Oh God. All right, this time we've got archers, barrelmen, knights, and soldiers. King Arthur continued to test the power of his new army. All right, so this is the so this is the soldier, knights, wizards test area, but with a little bit more complexity to it. Anyway, I'm gonna spam knights. I'm gonna spam knights. It's what I do. There's some slingers up there that we're gonna have to deal with, but I think these soldiers. Yeah, mainly there's gonna be a big gross melee right here. I'm gonna park our knights over here, I think. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Swing. Get him, Arthur. Good work, team. All right, hang on. I'm gonna send these guys back to the tent. I'm gonna send these guys back to the tent. And then I'm going to send out a fresh unit of... I'm going to send out a fresh unit of knights. Which should help. Because when... you wanna like help with that, maybe? Because when you send units back to the tent, they get all their health back. And that's pretty important. You go back. You go back, because there's no more ground troops left. Now we'll send out the archers. I don't know why it won't... Sometimes it just doesn't want to select a dude. Down in the dungeon, we have one guy and we have a door. Okay. Right in Rampage, made anything of the other Rampage and a kaiju theme, Lemmings could go places. Oh, it really could. That could be cool. Playing, I believe that's what, Crush, Kill, and Destroy? KKND? And I don't do unit composition in that game, I just spam one unit and it's great. Speaking of spam, I'm pretty sure those guys are dead. I'm pretty sure if I get these guys on the bridge, they can shoot over and kill that guy. Perfect. All right, we're done with these. So we need... Okay, I need a barrelman. I need knights. And I need another barrelman. Grunts and Baldies were Lemmings RTSs. Troddlers and Humans were close ripoffs. Maybe I'm just thinking of the 90,000 Christmas Lemmings variations. Oh God, I forgot about that. Yeah, once Lemmings blew up, they put out all those seasonal, like Lemmings expansion packs, didn't they? God. There's probably more Lemmings games than I remember too. I only remember Lemmings, Lemmings 2 The Tribes, and Lemmings 3D. Those are the only, oh shit. You do you. You park over here. Art, you park there. All right, you guys go downstairs. I like dumb 90s RTS games. After StarCraft, things got very crunchy and serious. I just want to build a bunch of guys and watch the pew pew. I agree, Bumfuzzled. Actually, I am so glad you mentioned that. I have a question for you, Bumfuzzled. A question that not only you can answer. This is open to everybody, but since you mentioned it, I'm putting you on the spot. I have never streamed an RTS in full on this channel. The most I have ever done is I played the Command & Conquer remake for like one night. If I was to play an RTS on the channel, what would you suggest? Wasn't there? Yes, there was one called Oh No More Lemmings. Oh shit, okay, that barrel did not go off correctly. We're gonna need some additional barrelmen here. Do you want good or you want spectacle? Give me some options for both. Total Annihilation? I have never played Total Annihilation. Majesty RTS? Majesty is like a very special RTS. Vote Homeworld for the story. Homeworld is good. Homeworld is a really good game. Lemmings, Oh No More Lemmings, Holiday Lemmings, Lemmings 2, Lemmings 3D, Lemmings Chronicles, Lemmings Revolution, Lemmings Paintball. There's a Lemmings Paintball? Are you serious? Okay, please blow up that door. Thank you. Y'all go home. Past your bedtime. Total Annihilation is what I was thinking for a spectacle. Not a great game, but oh man, is it fun to watch. It's absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I've never played it, so it might be worth doing. It might be worth doing. Haha! Play the RTS where it all started, Herzog Zwei, and then when you get bored 15 minutes, play whatever you want next. All right, Total Annihilation. Archers, barrelmen, knights, soldiers, and engineers. King Arthur needed to be sure how his troops would behave in battle, so he devised yet more challenges to test them further. All right, this is the penultimate training level. All right, this time it's the engineers level. Obviously, we still have the engineering challenges. This time the castle is full of assholes. It is absolutely full of assholes. And there's no goal up here. How curious it is. That's because this time this door leads down here where there are crushers and the actual goal. Gypsy, welcome to the channel. You love this game? I still love this game. This is an amazing game. This is a really, really cool game, and I feel very privileged to be sharing it with people because just straight up not enough people played this game. All right, so we'll fill in this one as per last time. I will back these guys off. Oh God, they almost died. Such a weird, unique gem. I could not agree more. It is such a bizarre game, and I love it. All right. It is catapult time. Oh God, it's horrible. Now, you really have to be careful with the splash damage from these. Oh, that's why I couldn't open it. Oh my God, that's why I couldn't open it, chat. There's a key. Oh, that looked painful. And I just realized I not only opened the door, but there's gonna be guys coming in here. So let me get some soldiers out here. And get my knights ready to murderlate these dudes. Okay. So first things first, we want to kill all the guys that wander through this area. And I mean, that's a fairly effective way to do it. King Arthur War Game is pretty good. Oh, that one's more recent, isn't it? That one's on Steam. Love Herzog's Way. There's not progression. Once you play a map, you've seen the entire game. It's super important for historical purposes. Dune 2. Yeah, I never played any of the... I have never played a Dune game. I love Dune. I've read Dune, and what? Dune Messiah and Children of Dune, I think. I've seen the old movie, and I know it's not great, but I still love it. And I've seen the new movie, and I love it. And I know I'm allowed to love that one. Oh God, oh God. Oh, it's so gross. I love it. Yeah, you have to watch the splash on these. They sometimes go where they're really not supposed to. Let's do a little bit higher. Yeah, that's the stuff. That is the fucking stuff. Oh God. I love Crush, Kill, and Destroy. It's Command and Conquer clone. Let me sell you on it. When your guys spawn, they say, I'm alive! And you'll be hearing that hundreds of times. We upgrade buildings. It says pondering and building now smarter. Oh God, my knights. Here, go back to the 10. I don't trust what's happening with y'all. Just in time. Oh, these guys are still pacing. They won't actually leave the castle. Okay. So if we wait long enough, all these guys should die. Age of Empires 4 is supposed to be really good and have some solid quality of life improvements. So left, oh shit, did you see that? So we hit the tower up here. A fireball bounced off of that and landed right on the barrels that we filled this with. So if I hadn't noticed that, I would have totally marched my army straight into that pit. I do hope the new movies can make it to God Emperor of Dune, the last Dune book. No one ever wrote a Dune book after God Emperor. If only we were so lucky. You get a giant robot and Crush, Kill, and Destroy. That has a cool voice. Nice. Dune is tough for you conceptually. Oh, what did I do? What the hell's going on here? I didn't do that. Okay, well, hang on. Fortunately, there's not a lot going on here. I need to fix my setup because apparently I accidentally just closed all the windows that I use to control Twitch and stuff. God, that was weird. Like, why in God's name did that even happen? Anyway, I'm back. Still haven't played Crush, Kill, and Destroy 2. What was the time frame between them? Because I find it very interesting with some of the older RTSs. Sometimes enough time elapsed between them that the first game in the series is 2D and the second game in the series is 3D. And I think that's kind of neat. All right, we're gonna try and do a thing. I'm gonna multitask. I'm gonna send out new. Oh no! Shit! Fuck! No! I need you to fill this. Okay, good. They filled it. You forget anyways after just saying. Wow. Okay. Well, that worked out. Is the Atreides Mentat? No kidding. Oh, interesting. All right, let's send in our Knights. Oh my God. I burned up the platform I was gonna use to climb up. It's totally gonna happen again too. And it's gonna happen while my Knights are climbing it, so they're just gonna fucking die. It's gonna be great, chat. I can't wait. King Arthur and the Knights, run away! Run away! All right, there. We're gonna park right here. Take these guys down one at a time. We've definitely thinned out their ranks. There's only what, 4 left? 2 left. I know Meat Eric or RTS, everyone forgot. Divinity Dragon Command. Wait, one of the Divinity games is actually an RTS? I didn't know that. I thought they were all like extra crunchy Diablo style RPGs. ARPGs, excuse me. There is a new Grim Dawn, there's not expansion, but there's a big Grim Dawn patch coming. And I'm really excited about that. Like, holy shit, I cannot believe they're still working on Grim Dawn. That is crazy to me. It's an RTS, but also you're a dragon. Dude, they're still making stuff for Grim Dawn. Apparently, the next big patch is gonna be 1.2. Everything they have done up to this point has been like they have considered it 1.1 something. Like, Crate Entertainment is fucking nuts. They are in the middle of working on Farthest Frontier, which if you like city building survival style games in the vein of like Banished or Anno, and you haven't played Farthest Frontier, I definitely suggest you check it out. But yeah, they are still just going full speed on Grim Dawn. It is crazy. All right, we are going to need, guys, we're gonna need stuff. All right, first things first, ship off Arthur. And then we need a couple of you. We're gonna need the Barrely Mans. Yeah, when they launch 1.2, I might go back and start playing Grim Dawn again. Because it's, like, Grim Dawn is one of those games that I go back and play, like, every couple of years. Once enough time has passed, I just... Oh, that's right. Arthur's abilities are keys. I totally forgot about that. That's how you open these damn doors. Check this out. I walk down here, and then I'm gonna go boop, and now it's a door. Now we have door. All right, Barrelmans. Is it up? It is up. Okay. Whoa. All right, cool. Let's make sure that actually goes off. All right, good. All right, Barrelman's in. Barrelman's go. All right, we're gonna need yet another Barrelman's. There's a new Death Road to Canada patch coming? Really? Really? When that hits, I might stream that. Tiberian Sun for Open Red Alert is being developed. I was trying to run Tiberian Sun. It does not like modern Windows. I didn't have a good time with Tiberian Sun when I played it as a kid. I might appreciate it more now. Grim Dawn is a lot of fun. There's a boss in the desert expansion that can fuck off. I mean, I've beaten all the expansions, and yeah, there's definitely some bosses that can fuck off, but not enough to make me dislike that game in any way, shape, or form. The one you fight in the fire pit, if that rings a bell, I think maybe I remember that. Maybe. Get over here. You're going down here. You're fighting these mans. Bleh. Oh. All right, home we go. And we got it. We did it, chat. I don't actually remember that one specifically. I don't remember getting stuck in Grim Dawn anywhere as badly as I got stuck in Titan Quest. So I might be coming to Grim Dawn with a bit of a unique perspective because I'm kind of measuring everything I do in Titan Quest against Grim Dawn. I might be measuring everything I do in Grim Dawn against Titan Quest because I love Titan Quest. So I'm probably a bigger Grim Dawn apologist than most people simply because of that perspective. I would love to stream Grim Dawn. I know I did for my birthday. Was that this year or last year? I can't even remember anymore. I would love to stream. Chat, I definitely did not just drink an entire strongly mixed screwdriver and become incapable of speaking English. That definitely didn't happen. I would love to stream Grim Dawn, but I'm not convinced it would actually keep. Wow. I'm in that magical space where my faculties have been impaired, but I'm still conscious enough about it to be like, damn. Maybe Best of Audit doesn't stream Grim Dawn. You have faculties? Oh, that's right. This year my birthday was all Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's right. That I should definitely do more of. That was really fun. I should definitely do more Roller Coaster Tycoon. Actually, chat, I have a secret. Oh, that's right. Our birthday. That's right. We share one, Library Man. That's so cool. Next week, we're gonna do a new stream on Wednesday. We're gonna do a new stream that I've been thinking about, focused on building games that I think y'all are gonna really, really like. This one, I wanna say it's a new stream concept because it is, because I haven't done it yet, but I came up with this one months ago and I was like, oh, I'll just wait for a good random night to do it. And then, you know me, never did it. The army, before he led them into battle, King Arthur put his entire new army through one last challenge. The final challenge. Oh shit, okay, I remember this one. First things first, get a soldier out, set him up. Because these guys are gonna drop down and they're gonna hit that boulder and it's gonna bounce off of there and that's gonna bounce off of there and hilariously it's gonna kill those guys. All of those guys because they're morons. And the boulders actually explode. Okay, real quick, let me give you the rundown on this level and then we got as much time as we want. So we have this weird little setup area first. Oh no, there's gonna be more guys coming. This is one of those flagpoles I was telling you about. We have a bridge, we have a tower, and then we have an actual castle, and check it out. We have our first supernatural enemy, the Mega Knight that shoots fucking beams out of his sword. Anyway, the treasure we're looking for is up here. Anyway, yeah, a boss. Anyway, we got some soldiers coming out. Let's knight them up. Imbibe, so I shall. God, I'm so tempted to go mix myself another screwdriver, but I'm not going to. I would be even more incoherent tomorrow if I did that. Don't call tall people supernatural. Oh, it was, don't worry, yeah, it was. I'm just saying, because I make poor decisions. Splat, okay, who else is coming? Anybody else coming to the party? No, okay, we're safe here. We're good. We're good. Okay, so we need the Corps of Engineers. I'm gonna send this guy back to the tent. And we might as well get Arthur going. Arthur has work to do. Oh yeah, there's a drop floor in here. Weird little gimmicky castle right there. So we'll build a platform to climb up on. We'll send these guys up here. I'm gonna stop them real quick because I wanna make sure Arthur gets up here and then doesn't like fucking fall off like a moron. All right, we're gonna send them on this way. Remember that period in the aughts? And some people were like, we don't like bosses in games. Those people were so fucking wrong. Yeah. If nothing else, Dark Souls kind of made them stuff it, didn't it? All right, we're gonna have these guys build a tent. They stack up here. Boom, there you go. Now our tent is here. It is not here. It is gone. It has gone away. These guys, I'll send them back to the tent. I'll make them disappear. It just works. I don't have to explain it. It just works. I miss the old tent. Good times, us in that tent. All right, what do we got here? Ah, this one. Okay, this one's really funny. All right, we have a locked door. We have a shit ton of soldiers. Then we have a shit ton of soldiers, and the big guy. It's basically all that stands between us and treasure. I'm gonna show you something really funny. So in this tower is a pile of gold. Ooh, how exciting. I definitely want that. Let's go up and get this gold. Oops. I tipped over this pot of oil and destroyed the bridge. Womp womp. And because Arthur's still standing there, he keeps tilting it. All right, why don't you park yourself over here, buddy? Okay, that definitely won't happen again. Oh my God, I just realized something. Oh my God, I just realized something. Oh my God, we're gonna do something really cool. Oh my God, we're gonna do something really cool. I have a great idea. Okay, anyway, we need engineers. They need to fill this in. Because blowing up the drawbridge is not the end of the world, chat. It's okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. We'll fill this one in. Oh no, he's had an idea. We'll send these guys home. All right, now, normally to open this door, I do a battering ram and then a spade of knights to clear this all out, but I've had an idea, Chad. We're gonna barrel man this. And I'm very, very excited about this. Get rid of him. All right, let's see what happens. Haha, there we go. Another bridge destroyed. You gotta admit, that was a pretty great idea. Blech. Blech, blech, blech. All right, and that's the first floor of the castle taken care of. Oh, shut up, Eva. You're no fun. Can't even give credit where credit is due. Unbelievable. All right, let's fill this back in. You can catapult through that second floor window? No. That would be... Man, that would be a magical shot. I credited the screwdriver. Okay, fair. Hard to argue with that, really. All right, send them back. Yeah, a catapult, you could maybe get it through there, but it would basically impact against this door, and then you'd be smacking against these guys for a while. No. we are going to use a wizard. It's wizard time. Now, this wizard is a bit more restricted than the normal one. He has 2 casts of meteor and 1 cast of lightning. However, that is perfect. That is exactly what we needed. Meteor would not help. Meteor would impact against the roof of the building, but lightning will do exactly what we needed to. Yeah, they don't give you the kill everyone spell because that would be a bit much. Oh shit, oh god. Okay, they're sending out more guys. Hang on. I didn't realize they'd send out reinforcements, fuck. Arthur, run! Oh, no, shit! Oh god, oh thank you, Jesus. Okay. Okay, oh my god. So unbelievably, one of the knights caught the boiling oil with his face. It saved him. Okay, and that literally killed everybody. That did it. So we're gonna send our perfectly healthy and not abused knights home. Oh, I think, do we need, no, there's no more doors to open. We're good. We're good. There's no secret areas or anything in here. So we're gonna go down here. We're gonna burn our bridges and we're gonna win. We're gonna win, chat, first try. Genius plans all the way around. Nothing unexpected happened whatsoever. Oh god. 2 hours to beat the tutorial. I mean, that's literally just the pace of the game though. That is just how fast the game goes. Also, why are there 5 digits of gold? I've never understood that. Well done, you've completed the test. All right, chat. This is where the real King Arthur's world begins. There are 12 stages, right? Yes, 12 stages between us and the end of this game now. But they are big. Real World 1, Battle for High Castle. King Arthur was pleased with his new army. Now they were ready for their first battle. Yeah, dude, no. The real King Arthur's world starts here. All right. All right, there's already enemy troops coming. Let's see. We have 1 fireball spell and I'm gonna use it. That is really helpful for defeating this initial wave of dudes. Let's see. Can we do some low angle archery? Yes, the answer is yes. We took a little damage there, that's fine. Do some mid-angle. The opening of this one is a little scary. The opening of this one is a bit concerning. Let's see how many of these guys we can get. Are there more coming? Okay. All right, I think it's time. Just in case, I'm gonna deploy a soldier. They give us 30 of them, so it's fine. In fact, you know what, just in case, I'm gonna deploy 2 soldiers, just so I can give you the full tour of this level. Okay, so. All right, we got a little pathway here, a little bridge over here. Here's a flagpole, there's some more assholes coming. These guys, I believe, these guys came up from under here. We now have underhulls to deal with. We now have subterranean areas. Actually, let me make sure these guys are actually gonna go back down. I think they're on a patrol loop. Every enemy in this game is programmed to move a little bit differently. Or there's like different, yeah, okay. So they go down through there, that's fine. All right, there's the biggest wheelbarrow in existence right here on the other side of that. We got a pit here and another flagpole. There's a sentry tower here that actually extends down. There's a key near a locked door. This all connects in an interesting way. And then here we have the actual castle. They've got like a huge demon thing up here and everything. But inside the castle, we have a spike pit. We have a crusher. We have some platforms we can't reach. There's some real deal knights here. This is our target. We want to get to the king here. Let's see, there's just some random stuff out this way. Some treasuries in there, some towers. Gotta watch out for these drop floors. These thin floors here and here, you can see right there are drop floors. Some treasure up in the towers. I believe the castle, yes. The castle is also linked to underground tunnels. I've actually never tried to go this way. We might try that tonight. So yeah, this is what a normal level looks like. And this is the first one. And this is, I think, in relative terms, pretty small for what you'll be seeing. Anyway, let's send these soldiers back because we know we're in good shape. I'm going to send out more archers. Because I want to clear out the rest of the guys that are patrolling above ground. I think there's 3. Wrong way, dipshit. Oh my god. Don't do this. Don't be like this. Okay. That should kill these guys. Now I know there's another one coming. Yep, there he is. Oh, there comes 2 more. Okay, perfect. Good, good, okay. Anybody else? Yeah, 1 more, okay. And then that should have cleared out. Those guys are maybe just patrolling. Nice! That's perfect. These 2 guys might just be patrolling this thingy thing. So, anyway. So, let's send out some engineers, and these guys, I just want them to move the tent up. That's all I'm looking for. So, we'll go ahead and give them that order. And I'm going to keep an eye on the new tent location to make sure nobody is coming up this way. Great. Shit! God damn it. Alright, we'll just send you guys home. Sorry, I thought we were done. Alright, he's dead. And there's another one. Okay, that is literally the last one. That is the last guy. We just archerized that guy, and then we got nothing else to worry about. And I missed. Alright, he is dead. He is dead. We are clear. Those guys aren't going anywhere. Love it. Alright. You go home. Let's get those engineers out. So, just for reference, just so we're all on the same page, we have 7 barrelmen, 25 engineers, 35 knights. We had 35 archers, but one of them died. 30 soldiers, that's absolute overkill. 2 white mages and 1 black mage. Black mage we know has access to, what spells? 1 stun, 1 lightning, and 1 apocalypse. Not much to work with, but definitely important. All right, step 1 is to advance the tent. So we'll send Arthur out as well. He'll grab this pile of gold. It's right here. For again, reasons unknown. I guess maybe they judge you on your score if you actually beat the game, like how much gold you got. But then again, if you continue using a password, they're not going to know how much gold you had. So it just seems utterly superfluous. All right, we'll move the tent up here. Arthur can hang out on the bridge. That's cool. All right, they're done. They did it. All right, let's see here. Next one's right there, but it's at the foot of this tower. So I think what we're actually gonna do, let's get some more of these engineers out and let's build us a catapult. Where are you going, guys? Oh, wait. I know what I can do with these guys. They can fill this in. Assuming they don't die. They may die. Death maybe. No, okay, they can just die. That's fine. Okay, so this currently hits the flagpole. Oh, but I actually killed all these guys because apparently one of those. Oh, the splash. The splash damage did it. Okay. Cool, we're done here. I'm gonna send him back because I don't actually want to set everything else in the castle on fire. Oh shit, we burned the tree down. I love this game. Down now to 23 engineers. Honestly, you are the biggest danger to your troops. You are the worst possible thing that can happen to your troops. All right, we'll fill this hole in. And then what else we got here? Let's go. I'll go ahead and let's go ahead and batter this door down. You haven't seen the battering ram in action yet. We'll go ahead and do it. And you need a minimum of 2, but if you send a full squad, it'll like they'll do up to 5, and it makes them batter down the door that much faster. It's a really nice little detail. But basically, the battering ram is dynamically sized depending on how many dudes you have. All right, send out more engineers. Again, engineers really are the most important part of this game. They do the most well, wizards do the most damage. Black wizards do the most damage, but they do, I guess they do the most aim damage with catapults. They fill in holes, they build ladders, they batter down doors. Yeah, in a SNES game. That's the really amazing part. Do 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 do. Breaking news: semi-popular streamer condones dropping big log at front door. Dude, that wouldn't even make the front page of Dexterdo. And they are fucking desperate for content. Don't even front. All right, so in here, it's basically just traps. The entrance to this keep is more or less unguarded. So what we're gonna do, I got a plan for these engineers. We're lucky there's nobody pacing up here to drop this oil trap. Although when I send Arthur up there to get that gold, because I'm gonna do it, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, I'm gonna send our remaining guys down here. And we're gonna batter this door down. Because I've decided, I don't normally do this. I'm gonna fuck around a bit tonight. I usually do this level very, very just directly. But I'm gonna do some exploring. I'm gonna see what all we can do here. I'm mainly curious if I can actually make this subterranean path work. That's the main thing I'm curious about. Let's go get that key. I can't believe I forgot about the keys. Later in the game chat, you'll understand why I'm so surprised at myself for forgetting about the keys. So Arthur's gonna push this. Okay, that actually did kill some dudes. Good. Blubber Google Docs with a bunch of bizarre shit. Perfect boot blacking. I do check that periodically. And I do use that to inform weird old wheel nights. So don't worry, your suggestions are being used. Okay, perfect. So that got us here. All right, now I'm curious about the subterranean route. In theory, let's see if the engineer core can do something with this. I've always wondered if you could fill in these gaps. For some reason, I never tested myself. I don't know why I never bothered to, but I just never bothered to. I guess because they look like no dipshits. This way, yes, good. They look like bottomless pits to me, but there's no reason to necessarily believe that they are. So anyway, let's see if there's a reason these exist. Yep, you can fill those in. All this time. All this time. I've never even bothered. Here, Arthur, get your ass down there. Multitasking in this game is a terrible idea. I'm just gonna tell you that straight up. If you play this game yourself, the first time you play it, do not multitask anything. You will die. You will absolutely 100% die. You will tell Arthur to walk down a perfectly normal, safe hallway, and then while you're futzing with your knights or your engineers or something, he will somehow find a way to get crushed by a chandelier or something. Do not multitask in this game. All right, we're gonna park Arthur right there. That's actually a door. You can barely see it. This right here, this is actually a door. Can you see that? It's really just the line above the spear detailing on the wall. Why can't we do multitasking? Almost any RTS games need it. Because Upiran, like, the hazards in this game are not always obvious, and it's also not always obvious what your characters are gonna do. Like, it's definitely not always obvious if your characters are gonna climb up or down ladders without your input. And like, if Arthur just decided, I'm gonna climb up this ladder, this guy would vaporize him. Is there a reason this game's music sounds like A Link to the Past? I mean, I don't feel like it's a particularly unique bridge. I feel like it's pretty standard. All right, anyway, back to the tent. I'm gonna grab Barrelman's, because we're gonna try and clear out the middle of this castle. I don't doubt it. Hopefully absolutely nothing will be familiar to, because I love watching people react to some of these games. Just in case. We're gonna stop there for a sec. Bloop. Oh, I want you to leave. All right, that exploded. And yes, for those of you wondering, you can burn this tapestry. Let's see. If you have a way to deal with this guy, the lower path is definitely the way to go. I'm going to see. We're gonna try a little experiment. Because we're basically endgame here. Like Fire Rock, what the absolute fuck is Fire Rock? I can say with absolute certainty, I've never heard of something called Fire Rock. Apocalypse will not kill the shooting knights. No, it only kills normal guys. I'm gonna try wandering this guy over close enough to do lightning. I think if I wander him over to this door, that will be close enough, but we're gonna find out together. Okay, well, got that guy. It was maybe not close enough. Lightning lasts for a while, so there is a chance this works. And I mean, sometimes it arcs out pretty far. Nah, I don't think so. I think we got unlucky on this one. That would have been perfect. Oh shit, we got him! Oh shit, we got him. That's perfect. That is wonderful. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Okay, anyway. I'm not too hung up on the rest of this castle. All right, let's send in, I'm gonna send in 2 compliments of these guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead and send in a complement of knights. I have some rather specific things that I need these guys to do. Alright, these guys can go down and fill that in. These guys can go up and wait there. Let's see, do you have anything else to do? I will need these guys to batter down that door. So maybe I will park these guys right here. Hey, there used to be a bridge here, but this guy walking back and forth, tipping over this hot oil pot, burned it away. Neat little detail. Arthur, I believe. I can go ahead and open this. I said I can go ahead and open this. There we go. And yeah, that's the treasure. So Arthur's gonna wait here. This is a perfectly safe spot for him. Nothing could possibly go wrong there. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna send it back over here. Because any unit can pick up the gold that explodes out of guys like the big shooty knights, but only Arthur can pick up these, where are the knights? That's a good question. I forgot about the knights. They bounce and they're just leaving. All right, we'll send it back to the tent. That's really funny. All right, well, I completely fucked that up. Shit. So what did I lose out by doing that? 2 piles of gold. I mean, considering the fact that the gold is not gonna persist past tonight's stream, I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Those guys are sufficient for that. We're just gonna beat this level. The gold is fun, but since it doesn't save, whatever. Let's see. Let's send in a team of knights, and let's send in a white wizard with them. I haven't done much with white wizards yet. But I'm thinking maybe we can. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, you go down. You go down. I greatly appreciate that they added this particular interface where you can go ahead and queue up the order to like climb up ladders and such. Firerock was made by somebody who's always credited as Mark Flynn. His true identity remains unknown, as most certainly Japanese and insane. All right, first things first. Knights go up.
Oh.
Knights murder that little man. Knights go back down. No. Knights, I literally just said knights go back down. White mage can wander all he wants. We'll send this guy up. These guys are gonna batter down this door for me. It's gonna be a bit of work. That's fine. So the pro strat here is to not even be looking at this when it happens, because that way they teleport away instantly after opening the door. But it still worked out. All right, white mage is going to ensorcel our guys to make them extra strong, and then they're gonna beat the shit out of that. Wow, they just vaporized that dude. He's fucking dead. It's like he never existed. Have you seen the game Dark and Darker? Do you like it? No, I don't. I played it during a demo night, and I didn't find it particularly engaging. I'm also not the target demographic for games like Dark and Darker. I don't do a whole lot of like competitive multiplayer stuff, especially not battle royales. So, victory, chat. Mission 1 is done, and we got us 91 coins that will be lost to history. Victory! King Arthur and his troops celebrate another victory of good over evil. Huzzah! Huzzah. All right, chat, we got another level up. 1 down, 3 to go in the real world. Battle of Windsor Towers. King Arthur led his army into battle once more, this time to claim the gold of villainous Lord Brown John of Windsor Towers. Man, if your Johns are brown, you probably need to see somebody about that. All right, do we have any troops on the way? Yeah, there's like this guy. So let me go ahead. We have a shit fuck ton of archers this time. Where's that gonna land? There, okay. Let me just make sure this guy dies. Let me spam a bunch of arrows and stuff. Never tried, looks interesting, like Escape from Tarkov. Oh shit, oh fuck, oh god, okay. They're actually coming, they're actually reinforcing from these houses here, so. Let me just spam a bunch of dudes, I guess. No, King Arthur's just stealing gold and shit, yeah. No, he's just fucking around. He's like, nice kingdom. Sure would be a shame if somebody took it. Okay, I think we're actually good. So send all these guys back. Historically accurate King Arthur. All right, so let's get the lay of the land on this one. So we have a tower, slinger atop it, soldier behind a locked door. Down from that, another slinger and a drop platform, which I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna die, right? This guy's gonna fucking just do something stupid and die, right? Because he seems to just live on this platform, right? Yeah, okay. Called it. Soldier pacing down here. This is our first new tent point. We have a little town here. Sealed door. We have a key floating in midair. That's new. Another sentry tower. This one pretty tall with a really, really well-placed slinger up here. We do have some underhalls here. If you think I'm going for this gold, you're out of your fucking mind. We have a really interesting guy just kind of hanging out here. And then the castle proper. Slingers do a lot of damage. Slingers can kill knights in like 2 or 3 hits. So you do actually have to be careful with them. They will one-shot all the rest of your units. They'll one-shot barrelmen, they'll one-shot engineers, they'll one-shot archers. So yeah, they are a pretty scary obstacle. All right, Zappy Knight behind a locked door. I see a door here. Now there are 2 more Zappy Knights up here in the main part of the keep. Drop panels, spikes. Just a big old gap between here. Oh, the king's on the roof. King's on the roof with a couple of slingers. He's just enjoying this marvelous weather, which I gotta say, the weather is really quite nice here. Super tired, gonna have to bail. Thanks for the stream. My pleasure, Satellite Sun. If you are enjoying King Arthur's World, do not despair. Even if we beat this level and the next one tonight, we will be continuing King Arthur's World next Thursday as part of the Power Hours. Because I have definitely seen no reason to rage quit upon it. The enemy king is clearly a lich. So yeah, this is going to be our Power Hours experience until I hit something that I just feel like I can't do. I'm in Europe, I just wake up. You are up early then, my friend. You're up very early. Okay, I'm gonna launch this as high as I can. Oh my god, it's into orbit. And boom! Get fucked. Oh my god. I love this game, chat. I fucking love this game. From downtown, he's on fire. Oh my god, I almost set my own. Wait, I am gonna set my own dudes on fire. Wait, no! I just killed him. Well, on the other hand, we blew the door open, so it's not like it matters. Oh my god, I love this game. Well, now I'm wondering if we inch this up. Hang on, I'm gonna send you back to the 10. That's great. Let's get here. Let's send you back. It's okay, they're peasants.
Sudden death.
We still have 19 of them. It's fine. I'm wondering if we inch this up just a little bit, like if we build it in front of this poor cottage here, can I actually hit the guys in that low area? Because that would be really convenient. Well, okay, that place is taken care of. All right, cool. All right. Let's do maximum elevation on this. Poo! All right, yes, I believe this will work. I believe this will work perfectly satisfactorily. We just need to get a good bounce off of it. I mean, there's only, oh, how the fuck did you get up there? What the hell's that guy up to? Oh, oh yeah, they're dead. Oh yeah, they died. Okay, so we'll just let that run for a bit. I will send some knights into the tower itself to clear out any of those dudes that actually make it across there. And then we need to send a second engineer corps to set up a new tent. In theory, after we stop lobbing giant fireballs into the area that contains the tent. I've always wondered why they gave 5 different sword abilities here. You can make multiple catapults, yes. You can indeed make multiple catapults. I've never actually done that, funny enough. I've never actually thought to do that. I really should have. But that might actually kind of change how we handle something later in the game. Now that you've mentioned it and brought it to my attention. All right, let's get everybody stacked up here. Is everybody dead? No, everybody's not dead. We need to make sure that guy dies. Oh, come on! Yeah, you totally just rain down hellfire on different arcs. Are you gonna kill these guys? No, he's pacing there. So we just have to wait until the timing lines up. This might be it. This might be the one, chat. Remember when I mentioned you kind of need to be... Oh shit, that burned the door down. Sweet. That was pretty handy. Remember when I mentioned you need to be patient with this game? There is no speed up button now. You just got to deal with this. That's what you really want. You want the bounce. How did that miss? This is gonna sound, are you for real? Fuck shit. Okay. I was able to save a couple of them, but man, that was bullshit. Okay, anyway, sending this guy back to the tent, decommissioning that, sending more engineers. We'll send the knights down to secure the area. Man, that was total bullshit. That was total bullshit. Fortunately, you can cheese it by teleporting them out, but man. The other guy patrolled away because the trap was about to spring? Probably, yeah. I mean, honestly, as much as I played this game, there's probably still some behaviors in this game that I'm just not aware of. Not so easy now, is it, Mr. Big Shot King? All right, we'll send you across, do the tent, King Arthur, get going, knights. We'll just kind of park you guys over here in the doorway. Like I said, don't multitask in this game. Do not multitask in this game. Have you gone through a secret door yet? Yes? I mean, I see one here. Although, like, how secret are you talking? Are you talking secret like this, or do you know something that I don't? As far as I know, there's no doors in this game that are completely unmarked. Just those doors, you know infinitely more about this game. Okay, yeah. Yeah, in the last level, we went through a couple of those, and in training level 9, you have to. Training level 9 is like also door training. You need a key, is the thing. So like, we need this key to do that. Speaking of which, let's send out some more engineers. Hopefully they don't die to that one fucking slinger up on top of the tower. Have you found the black hole yet? No. Can't say I'm familiar with that one in particular. All right, so we're gonna build a platform here, and then the rest of these guys are gonna batter down this door. I'll go ahead and send Arthur over. All right, that's open. All right, park these guys here. Okay, Arthur got the key. That should send him. Okay, he should be safe. He should be safe. All right, let's engage. No, you son of a bitch. Okay. Jesus Christ, what a mess. Let's go up and get this slinger. He doesn't seem very effective. It seems like his shots are actually impacting against this banner, which has collision for some reason. Go take on these guys. Lost a knight. Might lose more because of the way these slingers are positioned. No, we got lucky there. Damn. 6 was casualty there, but we're still standing. Let's go back. Arthur is here. Let's go through the secret door. All right, that got me some treasure. Doors are kind of weird in this because you have to unlock them from both ends. So if you have, and Arthur is the only one who can unlock a door. So if he unlocks one door and you send your other units through it, they can't come back unless Arthur also goes through and unlocks from the other side. Why? I don't know. How do people pass through a closed door? It's a video game. Shut up. Also, this trapdoor is on the fucking longest sequence possible. And I don't think I need to tell you that it is the worst feeling in the entire fucking world to lose Arthur to one of those. Okay, there's some dudes down here that might cause us a little bit of heartache. So let me get out some more knights and archers. The knights are going to take care of the subterranean guys. The archers are going to take care of that guy that keeps dumping oil in the city. Arthur's truly the one true king of only to unlock doors for everyone in the kingdom. All right, y'all hang out here. Archers up this way. Yeah, I want that guy dead. Also, what's up, Freegalit? Good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing well. Can you get that guy? All right, he dead. All right, in terms of the castle. Oh man, now there's a bunch of guys in the lobby here. Wondering. Nah, I think we'll probably knight that up. I want to get rid of these guys. I don't like these guys. if this actually does anything. Maybe it does, actually. Maybe it does. Fine, woke up 10 minutes ago in the morning is still young. Nice, very good. Where are you geographically, Freegalit? Like, if you're just waking up, it's 11:40 p.m. here. Does that mean Europe? Scandinavia, nice. That's very cool. I have never been to Scandinavia, but I've always wanted to go. Everything I've seen of Scandinavia seems really, really pretty. Oh shit, there's a tent here. Come on, let's do this. Get Arthur going too. Didn't even need those knights over there. Have you ever been to Australia? No, I have been. All right, let's do. What's up, Azathoth? Good to see you tonight. Glad you're here. Let's do the sum total of Audish's travels here. I am from the United States. I have lived in Washington, D.C., in North Carolina, in both Hickory and Chapel Hill, because I went to college in Chapel Hill. Oh, and in Raleigh, because I went to a special magnet school in Raleigh. Wait. I've been to England and Scotland. I took a high school trip to London and Edinburgh. That was my first time out of the country. That was a wonderful experience. I really enjoyed that. After I graduated from college, I went to Spain for a month. I did the whole cliche as hell backpacking through Spain thing, and it was wonderful. It's cliche to say, but it was absolutely a life-changing experience. I flew into Madrid, and I made a big circuit all the way around the country. I went north to the coast. I went along the coast to Barcelona. I went south from Barcelona down to the third biggest city, Valencia. I went down to Valencia. I didn't make it all the way down to Gibraltar, but I went back up through the heartland of Spain to Madrid and spent like a week in Madrid at the very end. And yes, Spain is where I learned to get crunk, because everybody knows how to get crunk in Spain. It really was just like an incredible experience. There are so many stories I could tell you about my travels in Spain. I came back from Spain, moved back in with my parents. They were like, get a job, get out of our fucking house. What is wrong with you? I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to. That Christmas, I met a friend from college who was a used car salesman and hated it and needed to do something new with his life and decided that he was gonna go to Japan and teach English. And he said, you should come too. And I was like, okay. So we traveled to Toronto, Canada, because the school that we wanted to apply to didn't have any recruitment centers in America. Gnarl used to sell. No, this was long before I met Gnarl. Well, not long before, but it was before I met Gnarl. This is another friend. I did not meet Gnarl until I made it to Japan, because he was already there. We flew to Toronto. We interviewed for the job. We both got it. We both requested Nagoya as the city we wanted to teach in. We got it. They provided us a house to live in, not an apartment, but a 3-story, 3-bedroom house for us to share between the two of us and another teacher. And so began my 3-year odyssey of living in Japan and teaching in English and eventually meeting my wife, who was also a teacher at the same company, and also where I met Not a Roguelike, who is a channel regular for those of you who are not channel regulars at the moment. While I was in Japan, sorry I'm not playing anything, but it's not like there's a time limit in this game or anything. While I was in Japan, I traveled all up and down Japan. I was all over the place. I also went with a friend to Beijing. So I spent like a week or like 10 days in 10 days. It was 10 days in Beijing. Right before the Olympics that they held there. My wife and I, while we were living in Japan, we traveled to Bali and Singapore. Hasn't changed the pace of the game at all. And then after we got married, well, we actually got married in the ceremony we had in Hawaii, which I had never been to Hawaii before I got married. That was a really cool experience. And then we decided after we got married, and after 3 years of me living in Japan, that I wanted to live in the States to pursue a career. She agreed. We agreed on Los Angeles. So in 2008, 2009, we moved sight unseen to Los Angeles. I was able to get a job right away. She got a job as soon as she got her green card and Social Security stuff sorted out, which took entirely way too long. Not because of anything she did, but because the system here in the States is terrible. And then since we've been here, we go back to Japan every year. We took our kids to Vancouver. I think that covers everywhere I've been in the world so far. What? Immigration in the US sucks? I'm shocked. I believe that covers it. The catapult firing off random shots during this. Actually, that probably would have been smart. I maybe could have cleared out the... What the fuck? All of a sudden... Oh, because I'm on the wrong screen there. I could have maybe cleared out the guys on the roof here, but whatever. Say lovey. Let's see. I'm gonna put some shield guys here too, and then let's go ahead and batter this door down. So yeah, I believe that's the full scope of it. I've been, as far as England goes, as far as, wow, excuse me. As far as Europe goes, I've been to England, Scotland, and Spain. Oh, that sucks. As far as North America goes, I have been... I lived in Washington, D.C. and Maryland. I've traveled up and down the East Coast. Oh, I didn't mention that, I suppose. I've traveled as far north as Pennsylvania and New York. I've traveled as far south as Florida. Haven't gone very well. One time I did go relatively far inland. I went to... Indianapolis for Gen Con one year, and we took a road trip from North Carolina up to Indianapolis. I haven't really been to the middle of the country. Since living here in California, I've really just been to like Las Vegas and other places here in California. Wow, my soldier died. I didn't even know that was possible. Keep fighting, guys. Keep rocking, baby. Let's get some. I want to try an experiment here. Let's get a few archers out here and let's just. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that didn't work quite as well as I'd hoped. That's all right. The middle's a bit shit. Can't make you want to play Lemmings again. It's been like 20 years. I would hardly encourage it, especially the Super Nintendo version. I feel like after playing most of the versions of Lemmings out there, I feel like the Super Nintendo version is the way to go. Even having to contend with the controller, I feel like it is the way to go. So Midwest isn't really worth visiting. I'm saying that as a Minnesota native. You guys want to like fight these guys or something? So remembering traveling to the US as a young man and learning day one that a large milkshake in the US is not the same size as what you get in the EO. Damn thing was basically a bucket with a milkshake. Yeah, it is fucking shocking. I have trouble. This is a very American problem. I have trouble in Japan because Japanese people don't drink things the way Americans do. Like, if you order a drink with your meal, it's gonna come in a cup like this big. It's gonna come in a cup that's basically half the size of this. And there are no free refills. And I suffer greatly for that. It's why I look for restaurants like Caesarea that have, like, just open drink bars. And I greatly, greatly appreciate them. with beer at bars is not such a big deal because yeah, they'll give you a great big mug of beer. They understand that. They get drinking. Like Japanese people do drinking better than we do. But yeah, like just soft drinks or juices with your meal, you just get like a tiny cup. Would you rather they wheel you at a nozzle and just switch it on? Well, I mean, I am American, so yeah, that would be preferable. All right, let's send in. I'm running a little low on knights, but hang on. Is there? I'm wondering if I can get. No, it's just this guy. I think one squad of knights can probably take this guy out. Because we got what? We got 2 super knights, and then we go across here. That's basically it. We're not gonna run out of knights. I'm not concerned about that. Get more engineers in here. Running low because you threw a bunch in your grinder. I did, yes. And yet, we've still got like 20 plus knights. That's plenty to finish this. We should be a-okay. Depends a little bit on the timing of them opening this door. Oh wow, they can only fit 3 guys on here. That's funny. Yes, get him. Rented this game once as a kid. I rented this game many times as a kid. Oh god, okay, all right, we got him. It cost us 2 knights, but we got him. All right, we'll send them back. We need more engineers. I was terrible at it. It's hard. And I am telling you right now, if you did not have the Super NES mouse, this game was miserable to play. It plays so badly on a controller. Like, I really cannot stress this enough. This game is garbage on a controller. I wouldn't even consider it an option. RTSs are mostly pretty bad without a mouse. Yeah. Okay, let's get you up here. Build another platform there. Good. Okay. Wow! Dumbass just walked right off of there. All right, I am gonna need them to batter down this door. And well, we're gonna need more. Okay, you know what? You guys can go home. Because we're gonna need another full squad. Sounds like a skill issue. All right, I want a white mage. I want knights. Oh, actually, we only have 13 knights. I miscalculated that. And we're gonna need more engineers. University I studied at a lot of visiting Japanese students who I was one of the contacts for. You guys, I think we can just park you right here. Let me micromanage my white wizard up to here. And then let's park you like right there. Like party, unfortunately for them, they tried to drink a beer aboard Scandinavian under the table, which didn't pan out well for our dear visitors. Whoops. All right, what is this open? Treasure! By the way, these fancy doors in the background, they don't do anything for you. They can spawn reinforcements for the enemy, so they can be a little bit dangerous. Brutal Legend is, oh yeah, Brutal Legend is an RTS. I always forget that. I always forget that that's a thing. All right, there are 2 super knights here. I am thinking, oh god, we don't have the in strengthen spell. All right, we'll just make these, guys a bit. Yeah, we'll give them a fight. Do you feel like fighting? I'm just curious. Is fighting the thing you guys feel like doing? All right, they got that one. There we go. God, that was weird. It was like they didn't want to fight. I really don't want them to fall through there, so let's get our engineers in place. I'm actually gonna need another team of engineers. I just realized. Is one of the drawbacks to the system, to the like assignment system in this game. It only takes 2 engineers to build a battering ram, but if you have all 5, it'll use all 5. So to batter down a door and then fill in a gap past that door, you need 2 teams of engineers. Ooh. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. The sound effects in this game are one of my favorite parts of it. Ah, shit, there's a crusher too. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm gonna need a barrel man after they bust this door down. Brutal Legend really fooled me into believing it was Heavy Metal Zelda from the trailers. And that one was admittedly like an actual bait and switch, wasn't it? Like they really didn't show anything about the RTS elements when they were previewing that game, right? I think that blindsided a lot of people. Heavy Metal, but not so much Zelda. I mean, I've heard from by all accounts it is a good game, just not what most people expect from it. Advertising kind of dropped the ball there. Double Fine game, I expect it's good. Okay, hang on. I wanna go ahead and get Arthur across here because this is kind of a crapshoot right here. There is a chance that these are just gonna open up under us because they are drop floors and I don't know why they haven't dropped yet. Like I haven't seen them drop, and if they drop out under Arthur, like he'll die and we lose and that's it. So. Double Fine frustrates people, rarely makes actually bad games. Got you thinking of Battle Brothers again. They did Undead really well in that. Hang on. Every race shares a few common bars, key ones being morale and fatigue, and don't have those. They'll keep going and don't get tired. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just realized. Fuck. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Do you, okay. Who in chat knows why I was just freaking out there? Who in chat would like to explain to the class why I just had a minor heart attack there? Looking away, typing, what did I miss? I'll give you a hint. Arthur was standing right here. Yeah. So there's a silly little gimmick up here in these little in these towers up here that these pacing guys are tipping over these oil pots constantly. However, there's a drop floor under them. So most of the time, no oil is actually being poured. However, I believe these drop floors are on a very, very, very long cycle. Either that or they're triggered by specific things. And if you just happen to have, I don't know, King Arthur standing underneath them when they open up, he gonna die. So I am really glad I caught that. Before something very unfortunate happened.
Oh.
All right, he got bleh. Experimental does mean that not everything will be a hit, which is fair. I do think they're a good studio as a whole. I haven't played anything from Double Fine since probably Stacking, but I really like Stacking. Really appreciate Double Fine's approach to making games that they want to do. I just wish for them that they'd be more successful. I would agree with that. Yeah. I think they make very interesting stuff. I think they make the stuff that they want to make, and I think that's what ultimately all developers should be able to do and should do. And yeah, when you're making games like that, not everything is gonna hit. Not everything is gonna hit right, so. All right, chat, we've done it. Except Peter, yes, except Peter Molyneux. Fuck Peter Molyneux. Peter Molyneux should be locked in a room with a telegraph machine that he can type out his ideas on that other people who actually know how to design games can make. Missed all the controversy about Broken Age and I just found it to be a fun game. Yeah, I mean, like, it really seems like a lot of Double Fine games, they just, like, people swing against them really hard for reasons that aren't always immediately apparent. I mean, I know, yeah, they fucked up with Space Base, certainly. But I mean, at this point, they've copped to that, and it's so far in the past that, I mean, it's like whatever. I feel like everyone is old enough to know what PM is about recoils at the mention of his name. Yeah. I mean, it's not even really. I honestly feel like the older you are, probably the more fondly you look on Peter Molyneux. Because then you would remember Peter Molyneux for like Dungeon Keeper, you know, and Populous. You would remember him for the good games that helped him make a name for himself. Maybe like, you know, if that was too far in the past for you, you still might remember him for like Black and White in the movies, which are deeply flawed games, but, you know, fun for a while at least. Fable, of course. You know, a lot of people look on Fable fondly. I don't, but I know a lot of people do. It's just, yeah, Peter Molyneux really sank his reputation with like Goddess and that stupid tap game that came out before that. And now, I mean, his name is mud now, as far as I'm concerned. So hopeful for Space Base, a lot of people were. Space Base, admittedly, like Space Base did a lot of damage to the whole early access concept, and that was a huge fumble for Double Fine. I sympathize with them. I think they bit off more than they could chew with that. At the same time, I mean, they really should have been able to handle it, or they either should have been able to handle it, or they really should have recognized earlier on that they couldn't. Yeah, the clicker game that he did, yeah, that was some bullshit. Most valid complaint is that they tend to run late on games, and most games wind up delayed. The games was still released and are still good. Yes, I agree with that. And I would not look. I am not going to criticize any studio ever for delaying their game. Games should be delayed. Games should be done when they are done. Games should be created without the need for crunch, excessive overtime. I will never criticize a studio for releasing game late. That does not bother me. I am not hung up on release dates. I will criticize a studio for releasing an incomplete game. 100%. I believe the dude legit believes in the games he pronounced to, it just doesn't know when to shut up. Yeah. Don't think you played a Peter Molyneux game? Play his old ones. Populous, Dungeon Keeper, Black and White. I think those are all worthwhile experiences. Movies. The movies is kind of when I start to turn on him. I really liked the movies until I saw the full scope of what that game was, and it ultimately disappointed me. And then past the movies, I'm not a fan of Fable. I know there are a lot of fans of Fable out there. Make up your mind yourself on that one. I'm not necessarily going to dissuade anybody from playing the Fable games, but they don't do it for me. I reached a point where I think Peter Molyneux got way too much credit, and that most of the honor should have gone to the teams instead. I may be unfair about this, but that's how I feel about Sid Meier. It may just be because I am so sick of seeing Sid Meier's name on things. It may just be because the most notable Sid Meier game I've ever played is Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri, a Brian Reynolds design, and that kind of pisses me off. But yeah, Sid Meier is the one that I feel like is overhyped because I feel like his real, again, I may be being unfair. I may be just straight up ignorant of what Sid Meier contributed to the game space, and if that's the case, then I will happily eat my words. But what I know about Sid Meier is that he puts his fucking name on everything. And it seems to me like his contribution to gaming is making himself, his own name, into a brand. And I don't respect that. So one of these days I should probably educate myself on Sid Meier and find out exactly what he's done for gaming. I think the Sid Meier thing was explicitly a branding thing, not his ego. I mean, yeah, but don't people have some level of control over how their name is used? Like, I think if people were like, let's call all this stuff Michael Oddish's review thing and Michael Oddish's stream and Michael Oddish's like authentic gaming experiences and whatnot, I feel like I would reach a moment where I'm like, all right, guys, chill. This is not cool. Is that what people are striking about? No, it isn't. Don't conflate that. I get that, but I'll say it's effective as far as you can expect some certain style of game from seeing Sid Meier's name in the branding. Really, though? Like, does Sid Meier, like, are there a lot of common threads between, like, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri and Sid Meier's Sim Golf? Because I'm going to argue there isn't. Level of quality, maybe? Sure. I'll give you that one because honestly, I've never personally played a bad Sid Meier's game. It's just, it's a very personal issue I have with the whole concept. Michael Oddish's Elephant Pleasure Palace. Fable is a fine game, but holy shit, it did not deliver on its promises. I respect the studio more for delaying a game rather than releasing something incomplete. Definitely. Games should be able to be abandoned if they're just not working out. EA and crowdfunding really puts a kink in that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the risk you take when you go the early access route. And I understand that some games and some developers, early access is their only option, but at the same time, you are taking on a responsibility with early access. You know, I am of the opinion that when you buy an early access game, that is what you're buying. You are buying that at that exact moment. You should be happy with what you are getting there because there are so many early access horror stories. I don't think that's the way it should work, but that's the reality that I've come to face, and I will criticize a game heavily for being abandoned in early access because, you know, the idea is you're trying to build more funding to keep building out your game. It means that you should have a concept that you're comfortable building upon. If you fuck up, I'm sorry you fucked up, but it still makes you a fuck up. I like Fable for the action combat and the way that you can change your character's looks. There would be a game that did that as well. I'd forget Fable. Sid Meier's Big Rig Trucking. Good news, the Double Fine won't ever crowdsource again since they're now owned by Microsoft. Sid Meier got his rise right at the tipping point where game makers weren't getting all the credit they were due. Electronic Arts was founded on the idea of treating devs like rock stars. Meier didn't come from EA, but Microprose tried the same ethos out, and Civ 1 really was a Sid Meier's art. Okay. I mean, I will 100% agree with the notion that game developers should get more credit than they do. The only problem I really have with the whole like auteur idea in gaming is because it does detract from the contributions of like the programmers, the writers, the artists and whatnot. But by the same token, you know, you want people getting credit. It's not like it's like this. I don't want people like Sid Meier and Hideo Kojima getting less credit. I want the people that enable their games to be as good as they are to get more credit, if that makes sense. Building a pond is easy. You just make a hole and fill it with water. Microsoft tends to be really hands-off. So long as they don't drop a hammer on Double Fine, they should actually benefit from the purchase. Yeah, having that kind of funding behind them, ideally. Yeah, as long as Microsoft just kind of gives them a blank check to do what they want, I think it's win-win. But there's not necessarily a guarantee of that. Also, when I first saw DF, I thought Dwarf Fortress. The initial idea of putting Sid's name on a couple games came from Robin Williams, according to Wikipedia. No kidding. Big cult of personality devs, Sid Meier was probably the most down-to-earth compared to Molyneux or Richard Garriott or Chris Roberts. Okay. Well, then I will freely and happily recant some of my points about Sid Meier. If he is a pretty down-to-earth guy and the whole like using his name as a franchise thing wasn't really his idea, then I will be much kinder about it in the future. I do like how when the new XCOM came out, Jake Solomon owned it. He was advertising all over the place. Yeah, I remember that. That was really nice. He did Kojima's Pirates. Jake Solomon did attribute a lot of the reasons for new XCOM being released with the mentorship of Sid Meier, since he had a lot of problems getting the game to feel fun. That's cool. That's good to know. That is good to know. Well, I appreciate this, chat. I appreciate this. I have long held this grudge against Sid Meier in my heart, and y'all are helping to loosen those cold, dead fingers around it. This is good. I'm growing as a person. Streaming is good. It is a healthy thing for people. I appreciate that. And on that note, chat, I do Studio 51's baseball sim. It's good to talk it out. Yeah, it absolutely is. Because I think a lot of us have these preconceived notions that we just kind of get baked into our psyche. And, you know, something like Sid Meier's, it's not something that's going to come up very often in conversation, right? So it's a prejudice that I have that's not going to be addressed unless I throw it out like this, and people are like, well, actually, didn't really work out that way. And then I can readjust. I can learn from that. Yeah, fuck Peter Molyneux. Peter Molyneux does not get a redemption arc, but Sid Meier, yeah, I'll give him that one. Initially done to sell people on Pirates because they used to do a bunch of flight sims and need to get those people in new genre. I got you. My preconception seeing Sid Meier on something is this game is a sim game. All right, that's fair. Initial take isn't without merit either. Okay, well, I appreciate that. I'd say in the final analysis, it's important to approach everything with an open mind. You know, I disliked Sid Meier for what I perceived to be a very self-centered marketing campaign based around his name, but I kept an open mind to being educated on this point, and it turns out I was wrong. No, open-mindedness is bad. Peter Molyneux redemption arc only if it's anime from Japan. Meier's kind of hilarious. He pretty much swung back to only putting his name on his own personal projects. His personal projects are tiny little things like Ace Patrol and Starships. I don't actually know what Sid Meier's been doing in the last couple of years, or if he's been doing anything at all. To be fair, the Sid Meier naming convention was pretty much run by Microprose. It definitely helps to know it was more or less out of his hands. That makes me feel a lot better about it. So, thank you, chat. Tonight has been extremely constructive on a lot of levels. So, but I do believe this is where the evening shall end. It's a perfect place to stop because the next level is the longest of the real world levels. And I'm definitely not gonna Sid Meier's retirement. I'm definitely not gonna launch into it now, but we will return to this on Thursday. I am going to continue playing King Arthur's World because I really love this game, and we haven't gotten to the levels that make you want to tear your hair out yet, but we will on Thursday. So if you like seeing me suffer greatly, Thursday is probably going to be a good night for you. So just as a reminder for the overall schedule, Sid Meier's good night. As a reminder for the overall schedule, I won't be streaming tomorrow night. I don't stream on Sundays. On Monday, we will be finishing Hand of Doom and maybe playing something else. We won't be starting anything of note, but, you know, just screwing around like we do. However, more importantly, we'll be starting a brand new vote for the next big game that we're going to play on Monday. You will have a wealth of options to choose from. I believe it will be a very contentious vote. I'm very excited to see how this goes down. Tuesday and Wednesday, I have plans. Tuesday, I think we'll do a one-shot game, a game that we can beat in 3 hours or less. Recent acquisition of mine. In fact, on Wednesday, we're going to try out a new stream concept that I came up with honestly months ago and never had the chance to slip in there, but I think this is the perfect time for it. Can we vote for every game? Of course you can. It's democracy. It's GPG. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And then on Thursday, we'll be back to this. And that's as far as I have scheduled because I don't actually know what I want to do for next Friday, but we will burn that bridge when we get to it, won't we? Anyway, with all that said and done and did, let me see if I can start getting my desk back into some semblance. It's amazing how much chaos you can cause on a work surface just by adding one more mouse. Voting for every game is actually better than voting for nothing because it expresses a support for everything. Exactly. That is well said to it. That is a very, very, very good point. I do pay attention to how many votes things get total, even if they don't win. But the more votes something gets just in a vacuum, the more likely I am to, at the very least, bring it back on subsequent votes. Sid Meier's mouse game. Anyway, with all that said, let's go find somebody to raid. Voting for nothing allows you to swoop in the last minute and ruin things. That's also true. That's also true. It's give and take. All right. Well, since I'm not going to play it myself, I am going to send you over to Arch. Arch is playing Dave the Diver, which honestly looks like a really cool ass game, and I will probably play on my own time, but I won't stream myself because of conflict of interest. So, y'all can enjoy with them. Anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me as I very slowly plodded my way through King Arthur's World. I love this game. This is a very unique Super Nintendo game for its time. And I really enjoyed tonight, and I think Thursday will be even more eye-opening as to this game's highs and lows. So hopefully I'll see you then, or hopefully I will see you all on Monday when we're finishing up Hand of Doom and starting our next bout of democracy. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.